Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
For 43 minutes now or whatever? You got to turn it on before we really get serious.
All right.
We're serious.
So now we're serious.
I'm super serious.
Hi, welcome back. Good evening to the League of Roses. It's been 2 weeks, and we're happy to be here, right? Everybody's jazzed and ready to rock and roll, right? Hey, listen. Oh, sorry. No, it's okay. No
should you pause the...
This is royalty.
We're getting sued!
We're going to get sued.
Nobody knows that that's the Beach Boys.
We're going to get sued.
Yeah, nobody knows. Don't
They're
listen.
It's actually Surfer
Listen.
Joe.
They're going to get you.
Yeah,
You
don't
have
listen.
to talk over. You can't let people hear
They
it.
put on some...
You're going to get in
some
trouble.
Shit music.
You're getting arrested.
You're getting sued. You're getting
Okay.
Copyrighted.
sued again.
Thank you. Yeah.
Fucked. They're taking it
Brian
off from
Wilson
you.
will come after me.
He will.
He knows
Well, he won't, but the studio that owns his music will.
Exactly. The studio
His daughter.
executives that are watching right
Barney Wilson
now
will
are
come after.
pissed.
Yeah.
They're going to smack
They're not
you. They're
making
going to take your
they're not
money.
making
They're going
any
to take
money.
your dog.
Welcome back to the
Take
League
it
of
off.
Roses, where we are always worried about our legal
Copyright,
rights.
yeah.
Sure.
Everything we do is wrong. Before you sits the Skyblue Rose,
Strahd.
the once white, once blue, now sky blue.
Yep.
It's actually 4 players playing 5 characters. We'll find
Who's
out
playing
who's
the
mystery
extra?
person? Yeah, who is that extra person?
I don't know.
How do they do that? How
It's
can they
not me.
stand that? Yeah,
It's not me.
it's a mental drain. This group is currently in Barovia. We'll get an update from one of our members. I don't know who that is.
I think it's Richard.
No, I did it last time.
Okay.
I remembered.
Because we were away
Yeah.
last week. We had
Sarah's
some
always trying to get
interfering,
out of it.
She is.
appointments. So before we do that, though, we always go around and we meet our players. Our players tell us their first name, but no last names. We don't want anybody getting creeped on,
Yeah.
right?
They could
Lord
try.
knows we get so many people watching this thing that they could come to your door and
That's
knock on
true.
your house.
They're going to knock on your door. They're going to grab
Yeah.
your balls.
They're going to knock the door, and I'm going to open the
You're the
door.
guy that
Grab
said
those
this.
balls.
Yeah.
Swiggity swiggity, I'm here for your booty. That's
Yeah,
what
I'm
they
here
say.
for your booty.
That's what they say.
So they'll introduce themselves and introduce a character with a short description. Then we have a question that they always manage to somehow answer.
It's true.
And it's a question, used to be a question to just get them to talk, but this group's not a problem. So then it became a question to see if we could understand more about the character. They don't really tell the truth about their character, so who knows whether they're making it up or not. So it just turns out to be a question, and we see how far it goes. All right, so we're looking for any type of volunteer.
I'll go
Step
first.
forward. Okay.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the one that plays 2 characters.
Oh,
The-
it's out of the bag.
Gave it away.
The
all
first
already.
one is W,
Gave it
short for
away.
William. He's a 27-year-old human witch, part of the Coven of Steel, and he's a homebrew class, so he infuses spirits into his weapons and stuff.
He is godly.
Yeah.
He used to be the best character. You beat everybody in
Exactly.
what do you call that?
A
A
battle
rumble.
royale rumble.
But I wonder if that would be a
Cheated.
problem now for
Cheated.
Ed
Cheated.
would probably win. Cheated.
Cheated.
Okay, so there's a little rumbling.
Magic
in the
is
crowd.
cheating.
It's not Will I am. It is Will.
William.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and the question, and you want to describe? Did you describe him? You did. Your description?
I said he was
He
27.
looks like a guy.
He has brown hair, blue eyes,
He's
normal,
moist.
normal man.
He's
Rat
moist.
tail.
He's very moist. He has a rat tail, rat
Webbed
whiskers,
fingers, webbed toes.
I like it. She said he's a pretty
He eats
average
bugs.
guy.
So knowing all that stuff,
cheese.
does Will W have a nickname or a street cred name?
Yes.
Toady.
So back in the day, people would call him Free Willy because he would rendezvous.
No, let me guess. Let me guess.
You just ran around.
Okay, go ahead.
Because
We want to see Free Willy.
he was a playboy back in the day, you could
Ah.
say, and he would rendezvous with lots of women, and that was the name they gave
There
him.
you go, Free Willy. He's free.
I thought he always
It
got in.
was.
I always thought he always got in trouble when he got arrested, and they'd always
You know
shout
what?
"Free Willy." I was so expecting Sarah just to say W.
Oh man, that's funny.
true. Technically, W
So for the first time, we got the real true answer.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Yeah,
what it should be.
technically W and N are their nicknames.
Yeah.
So that's bullshit.
But
Well,
that's what his street cred
I
was
never
for
really
females.
understood. Yeah, why did why? Well, go ahead and answer for Ed, and then we'll.
My second character is N, short for Nigel. He is a
It's short for.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a 55-year-old human wizard, and he's a blade singing wizard. He has red hair and green eyes.
Red hair and green eyes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Someone's
I
gotta
remember
take a DNA
He's
test
got
here.
Lots of weird shit going on. Okay, and, what's his nickname or I can elaborate? I can already guess. Street name.
He
Straight.
doesn't know if this is so much a
Virgin,
nickname as
Virgil.
anything, but it's what everyone, at least in the Rose, has called him on multiple occasions. But he goes by Goody Two Shoes.
Oh, there we go. That's good. That's
Yeah.
a good one. Yeah.
What happened to Tin Man?
Tin Man was one as well, but he's no longer a Tin Man, so
That's
he's gonna
right, I
stick with
remember
Goody
Tin
Two
Man.
Shoes.
And he again, true to form.
Yeah, true to form.
He is truly the hero of the group. I think he is truly the epitome, the one. If there was a statue, right? If there was a pedestal,
It should be Reedy. It should be.
yeah, but he
Yeah.
hasn't proven
It'd
it.
be Reedy.
That's not
Not
true.
yet,
Reed's
yes.
proven himself many a time.
Not yet.
He has.
Not yet. Not
He
like,
has.
not like
He really
yet.
has. He truly has. He's proven himself more than.
No.
Man, if anyone deserved a statue, it's Grutz. Grutz killed the Dark Lord.
Reedy,
true.
yeah, exactly. I mean, Grutz is way closer. Reedy's more like Robin to Ed's Batman. I mean, I hate to tell you, you know.
I disagree. I think
Wait.
I think Grutz is more like.
Now let's
Probably
think
not even
about it,
Robin, more
right?
like a Batwing.
They're both wizards.
I'll probably like a
Who's the
Nighthawk.
superior
Yeah,
wizard?
Nighthawk. Yeah, there you
The
go.
weather
Nighthawk.
The weather wizard? Should
The
the
weather
wizards
wizard.
have a wizard off?
They should have a
I mean,
wizard
I'm pretty
off.
sure I would win.
You'd fucking
A whiz
lose.
off.
You don't know your
Whiz
spells.
off.
True.
As long as you can
I know
breathe
my
right.
I'm willing to make a bet. I'm willing to make a bet.
I know my spells. They're all weather based.
You very much restrict yourself.
You got weather based, not the best
You might have to
spells.
read up on them before that event happens.
It'd be-
Maybe we'll do another one.
It'd be like, what am I gonna cast? I'm gonna cast Weatherstorm, a counter spell. I'm gonna cast Polymorph. You're done.
Counterspell.
It doesn't
Oh no,
matter.
he doesn't have
He doesn't have.
polymorph.
No, you have count
I have
Polymorph.
counterspell.
He
doesn't
And you
have
have
a-
counter spell.
No, W has W has
The first thing
polymorph.
you
Yeah.
cast-
N has counterspell.
What kind of weather?
Oh,
the first
okay,
thing
so
you
they don't
cast
both.
is either to raise or to lower the temperature. So I think you get a free round.
Yeah.
He
It's
ba-
like a free attack.
I want to see if I make Ed sweat.
I already lit him on fire
Well,
once.
W's moist.
I might have a chance now that I can resist
You
magic.
know what? I wonder if that moisture is a conduit on W for like electricity and stuff.
No, he's like rubber.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, it's like a conduit; it goes right through it. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it could be.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Next up, we have. Well, so far the nicknames are going strong and well.
Hi, my name is Richard, and I play the character Grutz Breaker. Grutz is a 7'2" half-orc barbarian wizard blood hunter. He is 7'2", as I've mentioned. He's like 280 to 300 pounds, but that's not fat. That's muscle.
300 pounds, huh?
Yep, a muscle,
Okay.
pure muscle.
He's that heavy.
Oh, they trust me. You should see some of the bodybuilders that are shorter. They're
Oh,
around
wow.
that weight.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's heavy.
yeah, it is. But he's all muscle.
All right.
pure
But he is tall.
He is very tall. 7'2".
All
Yep,
right,
yep,
all
yep, yep. Very tall.
You know, Grutz all sounds like a nickname.
Yep, it is.
So, but
well, it's not.
Did you come up with that name yourself, or did you look at it? Is that an actual like barbarian name?
Nope.
No.
It is a name off of a fictional character, Guts, that I turned to make Grutz.
Guts.
Yep,
Oh, okay, all right.
yep. I added the R.
You're very clever. You're very no, watch out. Yeah, it's lightning stuff. Okay, good. Yeah, well, it sounds like an orc name. So,
It
does.
did.
so does he have a nickname or a street cred name?
Homewrecker.
Homewrecker. Okay, a homewrecker.
Yep.
Uh-oh. What is
Yeah.
that all about?
In both senses, he's wrecked many homes in his tribe.
Oh.
Why do you think I said I have multiple kids?
Oh.
And then I've literally wrecked multiple homes in my day.
So you not only make kids, you eat them.
Yes.
No, I don't eat them.
You
They
destroy
break the
them.
houses.
He
You're-
makes windows.
Yeah, yes, the houses too. The actual
Yeah,
physical
that's why a
houses.
homewrecker in both sense.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Physical and emotional.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. This is a very simple question with a very simple answer.
Yeah.
That's good.
Hi, my name is Michael, and I play the character Lazarus. Lazarus is a Dao Chini warlock who made a pact with a Chini of the Earth. This means that he gets the common Eldritch cantrip, Eldritch Blast, as well as a few spells along the way that he gets specifically for his patron. Pretty much.
Double now, right?
Yeah,
Aren't you?
he gets two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two-gun kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then for his nickname, he usually goes by Laz, but Lazarus actually wasn't his original name. His original name was Stark.
Stark.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Playboy billionaire.
Yeah. Yeah. So the nickname, there is no real nickname.
Lick name.
Did I say that?
I heard that.
Laz
sorry.
would be his nickname. I guess Lazarus would be a
Now, Laz
Street
is
name.
short for Lazarus. Like W is short for William.
Yeah.
So that she didn't consider that a nickname. But you consider that a nickname.
but his
Yeah, I
real
would
name
consider
is
it.
Stark.
His real
I
name.
argue his nickname is Lazarus because that's what she keeps calling him.
That's true.
You call him Lazarus?
I
She
do.
does.
She
She
does.
calls him Lazarus. She always says Lazarus.
Lazarus.
Is that?
You just gotta pay attention. She always says,
Yeah.
Lazarus, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And then I say his name
Is
is Lazarus.
that a jab? Under
No, I think she just. I think
She
she
adds
does
it up.
She also says Bulba instead of Boba, right? Like Boba Fett, she'll say Bulba Fett.
I didn't know that.
That
You're
is
starting to get
true.
real particular now. You better watch out.
Yeah, Mike is picking out all your flaws.
It really is.
It's true. It's true. But-
Yeah, Mikey. Okay, well, last and final. Well, she might start calling you Mikey, like
Fuck that.
Lazarus.
She'd be sleeping on the couch if she calls me
Now,
that.
Lazarus
I think
is
you'd be
kind of a
sleeping on the couch.
street name, you know, like you're a
I'm
risky
faster than
dude.
you.
Yeah,
Lazarus.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think
good defender,
Lazarus
bud.
is a good
It's
one.
actually a little.
that is pretty good.
Yeah.
But Stark.
Yeah.
Stark. Wow.
I
That's
did
a
not-
real nerd name.
Yeah, I did not think of Iron Man when I picked the name. I
No,
will say
that's
that,
what I was
yeah.
thinking.
I thought
That was
about
my
it.
thought. That was my
Stark.
immediate
Yeah, I was
thought.
not
Why did you
thinking
pick that
that.
name?
I was gonna say, where's your suit?
Did you start naked when you came into the world, or?
No, because well, one it was like
It's a very heroic sound.
yeah, it's a very heroic sounding name, and the meaning in like I think
It is?
German is
Yes.
strong or powerful, is the meaning of it.
In German.
Yeah,
Okay.
or like the roots of it, like the
I
roots
have
of the
no
name.
clue.
Or like Britain.
I say we go with Lazarus. As
Yeah,
as
a boy
Yeah, I
named
think
of
Lazarus
German and
is the-
English
is the
origin
name.
that's monkey or means
Sorry.
strong.
Sorry to take it away from you.
So it's like an English and German name.
So you looked that up.
And it makes
Yeah.
it also
Oh, look at
makes
this.
sense because he never risks his own neck. So
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
Stark?
Lazarus. I thought that's why I said. I thought you.
Oh, this actually makes
No.
sense with what he is too. Stark in the Webster dictionary is
A guy who was dead and
rigid in or as if in death, which
There you go.
adds to what he is currently.
Stark.
There you
Is it
go.
that? Okay. Was that your thinking too, or did you know that?
No.
A part of it. Well, Lazarus was because of that. Haha, he came back from the dead kind of thing. It was part of the reason why I chose Lazarus.
Okay. I should know that.
This whole time I thought it was
Shouldn't know.
Lazarus.
That's Batman, the Lazarus Pit.
He's Lazarus.
Well, the Lazarus Pit is based off of the story of Lazarus.
And no one else picked it up but Mike. He always comments on it when I say it.
When you guys are driving home or something?
No, when we I
No,
say it.
she'll say Lazarus. Like, can you hand me the toast? And I'll be like, it's Lazarus.
Yeah, he'll say that as we're playing.
I've heard
I
it
didn't
once.
know that. I didn't hear it.
It happens all the time.
Wow, and you
It does.
just now finally mentioned it. Oh, I didn't hear it.
But we never had a question about nicknames until now.
Well, you're right. Yeah.
So, yeah,
I didn't ask the question. I didn't ask the right question. It's my
Exactly.
fault. Okay. All right, and finally we have.
I'm Mike. I play Reedy Woodworth.
The weather wizard, most powerful weather wizard in the land. The only weather wizard in the,
The
land.
only one, yeah, the only
He
one.
looks
who's
kind of
not-
like Steve Urkel, but instead of being short and skinny, he's tall and skinny. Very tall, 8 foot something.
8'2".
8 foot 2.
Do you think he's
189
bigger
pounds.
than taller than the werewolf?
I think he's he's about that
He's around
size.
as tall as a werewolf.
Werewolves
Okay.
are a little smaller, I think.
He wears a fedora, sky blue fedora with white clouds upon it.
Yeah,
He's got a little cape,
Yeah.
a black cape with little lightning bolts on it, because he's a weather wizard.
yeah. He's got a cape.
Cape.
Yeah, okay. Most wizards wear robes.
He's got a cape.
He doesn't wear robes, right?
No, he wears khaki pants.
As a matter of fact, is
The
everybody
button-up
clothed? Somebody was naked for a while. That was
I was. I got
Okay.
pants.
And okay, so you're not.
Yes, W has a green robe with yellow trimming.
Okay, so most
I
of
got-
the
And
guys
a
in
silk
robes.
I got fur pants.
Okay,
And
And you wear-
has leather armor.
but you don't wear a robe. You wear pants.
With khaki pants, platform shoes.
Platform shoes at 8'2".
Hold on,
If
how
you took
tall
off-
are you with the
With
platform,
the platform
shoes?
shoes.
We didn't even think about this.
Yeah, how fucking
Platform shoes usually have about 6 inches, doesn't it?
God, you're
Take the platform-
ginormous.
Stripper.
He's gonna take the platform shoes
He's gonna
off.
be like those.
Clown.
He's gonna.
He's
He's like
one
how.
of those things that walks around in Mario.
Exactly.
You know, yeah.
Like when they dress up as Uncle Sam, they fucking
He's
go
one
like
of
10
those
feet tall.
baggy
Leave me alone.
suits. You know?
Well, he has
He's gonna
a
switch the platform shoes for some sandals.
he has a sick ass Van Richten's cloak he doesn't even wear.
It doesn't fit.
He
He
doesn't
doesn't
fit it, right? Yeah, yeah. It would
It
only
ain't
come,
fit, it
it only
doesn't
come
fit.
down to the middle of his back. Yeah, hardly.
Doesn't fit.
All right, so I can hardly wait. What kind of nickname, or well, you said you didn't. He doesn't have any.
No, he does. In
Glossy.
Woodworthia, being a bit of a geek, as some might describe him, since Steve Urkel-esque.
Yeah, I'd say the nerd.
His name is Reedy, spelled R-E-A-D-Y. Everyone made fun of him by calling him Reddy.
Ready. Get set, get ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah, are you ready? Hey, ready?
Hey, ready.
Are you ready? And then smack him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
They were
No
bullies.
respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was bullied.
Who was his biggest bully?
You know what?
Roddy.
That seems.
Roddy. Oh, I can
Roddy
imagine
kicked him in
that.
the shin a lot.
Oh, I thought you were going to say W.
Are you ready?
You seem to have a penchant for being bullied.
Yeah.
Doesn't that tell you something?
You know what?
About
That's
your
life.
character?
That's life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weren't you also known as
One
the
day he'll
popping?
be a millionaire and they'll all rule the day.
Weren't you also known as the popping wizard of the West?
Yeah, he's the popping wizard of the West.
Is that because you pop your
of the,
hands?
Snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah.
That is nasty. What is that you do to do that? That's not
Genetics.
really. What do you
Genetics.
do? Is he?
It's
Genetics.
his finger.
It's
Is
his
that
finger.
really your finger that does that? I don't
Yeah,
believe
it's
it.
his finger
It's
that
his
does
finger.
it.
No, it's not.
It is. You can look it up.
Look it up. You can see it right there. He
Yeah, I
moves
know.
I
his
can't
finger.
see anything of what he does.
His finger goes down and it makes that noise.
I can't do it.
Is it for real? Is it
Yeah.
a real thing he does?
It's
that makes
his
the noise?
finger.
I thought he was doing like this and thimping his finger underneath.
No,
Because this whole business is bullshit.
it's his finger.
Oh, it flips through.
Yeah.
Where the hell and how did you ever discover that?
A friend in middle school showed me.
They showed you how to do that. So all
And
this
every time I've ever done it,
Oh, this
everybody
is
goes, "Ew, how'd you do that?" I go, "It's just my finger going through another finger."
I didn't realize.
This is my finger going through another finger. Whoa. No
Did you do
noises. Yeah, I did it. No
Did it make
noises.
the noise?
It
No.
creates you have to put it on your chin. It creates an air pocket.
What?
Did you have to study?
How do you?
Oh, I have two long nails. It doesn't work.
Well, you've got the. You don't have to do it. You've got that backwards.
You take,
fuck
take,
up
take,
got
take your
my-
middle finger,
Yeah, you
put
got
your
that
finger.
thumb, so you're okay.
I can't
You
do
got
it.
your talent.
You
You just whip that out.
make sure that this one is like.
Whip that out.
Yeah,
Put
sir.
your
That's the
chin.
one.
Put your chin on
That's
the
the
hole.
one.
You're not going to get people to pull
You
over.
can see it on this side. It has some weird
No.
fucking thing happen where it's sticking out.
Sarah's not going
Like
to be
some
able
sort
to
of
do it.
vein or something. You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
hers is so
You
far
see it?
gone, worse than
Did you
mine.
see that? Yeah. That is fucking gross. That looks like some sort of
I completely agree.
That looks like some sort of artist in augmentation.
Sarah, you would not
Like
be
some
able.
sort of comic book art.
Sarah would not be able to do a hitchhiker's thumb.
No, you.
That is the hitchhiker.
That is the hitchhiker
I don't
thumb.
know, man. You need to.
She's
take
got like a
pictures of that and
natural
send
one.
it. Send it to
Go
someone. I
on.
bet you could model with that, doing something somewhere. All right, so we've met all of our characters, which is a good thing, and we now know. Ooh, that's nasty. What'd you call yourself again, Poppy?
The popping wizard of the west.
The popping wizard of. That's way too long.
But that's more of a performing name than
We
a
should call you
nickname.
Poppy. Okay. All right. So.
But it's PAPI with the little asterisk like
Yeah,
Poppy.
Poppy.
God damn, you're trying to
Happy.
Poppy. God damn. Ooh.
Il est French. Il est French.
Pappy.
Yeah.
That's a little
Uh,
freaky.
Gives you a lot
Poppy.
more class than you probably
Maybe.
do. All right, so we need to catch up on what happened last time. If you think you can remember, it was a while ago.
I can. It was very simple. We went into Van Richten's tower.
I'm sorry?
We went into Van Richten's tower.
I'm sorry?
The wizard's tower.
There you go.
We went into the wizard's
Van
tower.
Richten Tower.
The Wizard Van Richten.
The wizard Van Richten Van Dinkel.
To
I'm
meet Rictavio.
Okay.
And so we went up and we met Rictavio and we had a discussion. We told Esmeralda we're the ones that destroyed her cart because her caravan was
dead.
You
broken.
couldn't hardly hold it in.
I
Just-
could
She
not.
has never.
Is that your character or is that you as a player?
That's her. No, she
Is
loves.
that you?
That's W's character.
That's
Oh,
W's
okay, all right.
character.
I thought
She's just
maybe-
trying to get in her pants.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
we spoke to Rictavio to see if he was Van Richten, and he kind of gave little hints and quips there to see if he was. And he was telling us about the werewolves and kind of like what our plan should be, and that we shouldn't just
He
go
didn't tell
all
you a
in.
thing. You came up with it.
Yeah, we should just go. We shouldn't go straight into it. We should sneak in and be a little bit safer with it all. We rested there, then we went off to Kresk to go get the werewolf, to go to the werewolf den. So we turned away from it, and then we waited outside to see what their like schedule was.
Okay.
Ah, you're missing one thing though.
Oh
We
yeah,
fucked up.
Lazarus' little imp
See?
guy.
Lazarus.
His little imp guy went to go follow the lady who we saw, and
She got kidnapped.
his imp got attacked all the way by by a swarm of bats. So he kind of lost track of her.
Okay. So your goal is at
To
this
free the
point,
queen or see why the queen is there.
the queen of what?
The werewolves or the
Okay.
wargs.
Okay.
And we also have to save a lady werewolf for the leather.
The
workers.
leather keeper's daughter.
Tanner.
Yeah, the
Okay,
tanner's daughter.
So you're headed to
the werewolf den.
Crest.
you're headed to the werewolf den.
Yeah, but it's near Crest.
Yeah, kind of. I'll show you.
It's off to the
It's
side.
on. Well, it's like
I will
it's like
show
a
you.
turn.
Yeah,
It's like a turn.
I'm going to show you.
But it's like in the direction. Like if we were in like Babala Saga's area, it's the same direction up.
Keep your head
Here we are. Look at that.
Gotta keep your
This
head.
game is all here.
Yeah, we're not dead yet. Who's gonna die next? Vote.
Okay, so
My
I did
money
pull this
is
up because I thought it was
on-
important for you.
I'm
to
voting
see.
Lazarus.
So here is
My money's on
basically the
Grutz.
area.
You haven't had a death in long enough.
I haven't had a death in so long.
It's on Reedy.
Reedy is not gonna
Hey,
die.
I still think I hold the record for not dying though.
No, I've only made 2
Technically, Ann
characters.
hasn't died.
This is your third?
Well,
Yeah.
I think.
So that means we're tied.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
This
in
is my
terms of
third character.
survival, the longest. I think Hans was the longest, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Of any character.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
died from that lich. He was one shot by that lich.
Which
Yeah.
is too bad.
Yeah.
And
And everyone robbed his corpse and slept.
Oh, they pilfer. You guys
We
pilfer.
did.
You can
We
hardly
did.
wait to pilfer. If the bones were detached, you'd all take them for toothpicks.
Remember,
I mean, you guys go grab.
there's no value in the dead.
They left him like
The dead don't need it.
If
The dead don't need it.
wasn't
He's
attached.
dead.
Yeah, the
My
dead
God,
don't need it. The
take
dead
his-
don't
take
need
his
it.
balls. You never know.
Shit, if I could
Wow.
take his gold teeth, I would have.
Yeah.
Wait, why didn't you guys take my character's gold teeth?
Why didn't we?
You know what? Sometimes
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sometimes you gotta
They
give
didn't-
a guy what he was.
They actually gave
born to
Randolph.
have.
They didn't take anything from Randolph. I don't think.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Well, he got digested, didn't he?
That was like
Yeah,
part
but
of
But
the...
his shit's still there, you know.
I
his shit
guess.
is all there.
Oh, but they
Kind
took
of
his spell
partially
book.
digested.
I mean, I guess
parts
we're
of,
going
like,
back. Let's go
slime.
get his stuff.
It's gone now.
You don't know that.
It's been like weeks.
It's fine.
It's been it's like 6 weeks.
I
Yeah.
don't think anybody's.
So
going
this is
in
the map,
cave or
and I
whatever the fuck it
realized
was.
I hadn't shown you guys because I did think ahead of time to prepare this to show. So here's the wizard tower, here's the lake, here's where you're at, and here is
Damn,
Crest
like
down
the
here.
Wizard Tower.
So it does show you that you're really not, you're by Crest, right? When you
Yeah.
zoom
getting
down
there,
and
we're
stuff,
getting there.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, but by Crest, I mean you were down here at Argynvost, and you went up here over to Berez, and then you came up this way. So, but yeah, the point is you're really kind of on the other side of the lake
I see.
from the Wizard's Tower, or as you want to call it, Van Richten's Tower.
Yeah,
or
Van
whatever you
Richten's
wanna call
Tower.
it. So
Van Dicten's
So you
Tower.
guys
Van
traveled as a group, and you're camped outside, and you did see. I think I did show you, and I will go to that next, just to let's see. I'm trying to load things up ahead of time, so that's a good thing. So here is the imagery of what you can see from your cliff. What looks like a cave, which was a descriptive cave,
a mouth.
like a maw. Yeah, it looks like a mouth of such.
Yeah.
It looked like a werewolf head. That's why the werewolves
Sounds.
live there.
It's probably a dragon's fucking
So,
skull.
Or it's just
Alright.
a really cool cave.
so you guys have some semblance of a plan that you devised with some coaching.
Did
but
we?
You mostly.
Yeah, we gotta find another entrance to see if there's another entrance, and then 2 teams, 1 team in the front, 1 team in the back.
He suggested that. Yeah, that.
Oh, we split our team in
Reverend
half.
Tavio suggested that they have to have another exit to get
Yeah,
out. As an
so we
emergency.
pinch them.
He's right, it is a dragon.
Whatever you
Mouth
want
and
to-
ass.
how-
I want I want to hit the ass.
I'm sorry,
Grutz is going
what?
for the
I-
ass.
I'm
more of an
See,
ass man.
that's the mouth of the
dragon.
dragon. There's got to be an ass of the
There's
dragon.
gotta be an asshole.
Well, it's not supposed to be a dragon.
There's at
It's
least
supposed to be
2
a wolf.
entrances. 3.
What wolf is that big?
I vote to join the ass group.
Yeah, I vote for ass group. I'm an ass man myself.
Well, I don't think you had to. You don't have to be voted in. I think you're natural. Okay, so
So Reedy,
You're
Lazarus,
the leader.
and
Yes.
Grutz is going to the ass.
So you guys are overlooking this area, as Merelda has kind of led you via trail, tracking down into a hollow area, so that while it's a hollow, you're above and you can see what's going on. And you guys have talked about now before you got to the Wizard Tower, you met another Vistani, and you've done this before a couple times where you've shared camp with Vistani, and Vistani
Yep.
are noted for talking at night and sharing stories.
Talk a lot.
They talk, and that's they don't have TV.
They also rob you
They
in the
don't have
night.
social
They
media.
do rob you.
They may
take your
rob
stuff.
you if that's their pension, but just
Take
like
your stuff.
everyone, including wizards,
When have you guys not robbed someone?
barbarians, exactly.
Hold up!
Yes.
I have
Exactly.
Grutz has never robbed anyone that didn't deserve it.
Reedy Woodworth has
That
not robbed
didn't
anyone.
deserve it, so
Exactly.
maybe you deserved your theft.
No, Grutz didn't deserve it.
Lies of
Grutz has been a good
someone
person. Grutz has been a
Might
good
have
person.
happened.
What has Grutz done that was wrong? Morally wrong?
Killed a child.
It's not
No,
for me.
Grutz did not kill the child. He did not kill them.
He ate him.
He's just not good at watching them.
Notice I don't have to referee it.
Grutz
You
just
guys
isn't
figure
good
it out.
at watching
That's
them.
really good. No, that's true.
He's
You're an accent
Nobody's
someone that
perfect.
looks like a kid.
No, it's not Grutz's fault. He was
Nobody's
born and
perfect.
raised in a
Nobody's-
land of
I don't
werewolves.
think
in
anybody
poor
here is
people's
holding
houses.
it against you, are they? You did also murder that guy that took your stuff.
I
You
did.
He's
took him
evil.
around.
He's
You guys,
evil.
you shook him down.
He worked for the
He's evil.
devil.
You guys,
He worked for
you guys
Strahd. No, he was
tied him
evil.
up.
Yeah, no, we
Tortured him and
yep,
killed him.
Yep.
That's
That's
okay.
not what heroes do.
Yep.
That's not
No, some heroes do that.
No, they do. No, they don't.
We're more
That's
like
called
vigilantes.
mercenaries.
No, we're
Yeah.
anti-heroes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're mercenaries.
Yeah.
We're Punisher.
You're anti-heroes, yeah.
Yeah, the Punisher's a hero, arguably.
We're like the Punisher, I would say.
Yeah. I would say that's very
The
close.
Punisher with the blowtorch.
That's why
That's
when
very
you
true.
said that Goody Two
Homelander's technically a hero.
Goody Two Shoes in the bunch is him. So, night is falling on you, and Esmeralda's going to invite you all to share some stories around. And so you guys have gathered some dirt. So
On
she
each
said,
other?
We're going to get. Well, not yet, but she said,
Okay.
you're going to get some
On
snow
each other.
on each other.
I heard Lazarus' name was Strahd.
I meant dirt from
I
the
heard
ground.
Grutz doesn't wipe.
That's just wave his ass.
There's no leaves around here.
I heard there really isn't a chastity belt. Ooh.
I heard he does goon at
I
night.
didn't say that.
And is a gooner.
Long description of what's going on.
Next week, what
My
dirt
fault.
do you have on other
Yeah,
characters?
I want to say.
I heard Reedy's actually a storm sorcerer.
I am actually the perfect straight man to set you up for all of these bad jokes. Okay, so let's start it again. So she has counseled that you're going to want to gather snow to melt into water and then dig down under the snow to get some dirt so that once eventually it comes up, you'll mix the
Get
dirt
mud.
with the snow water and you'll be able to put some dirt and mud all over you at any time to be prepared. So you guys have done that, and that's to try to help mitigate the smell that you would emit, because werewolves obviously have a high, keen sense of smell. So as you're all sitting around and you're kind of preparing and placing, rubbing on yourselves, she's going to say if there's anyone amongst you that would like to share a story, or if you want, she can go first.
Do you know if these werewolves, they're like bottom, if they'll eat dead bodies?
Yeah, they eat dead bodies.
If
Well,
they
yeah.
eat dead
Yeah,
bodies?
yeah. Like,
Why they hit him?
like in the
It's
off,
fresh.
in the
Interesting.
off
They
They want
chance,
some moving.
if the
If
off,
I get where you're going.
if the off chance is I
No.
need to lay down,
And
No, they
pretend
don't.
you're
Pretend
dead.
I'm dead.
Technically, the big bad wolf did eat the grandma whole.
But Grandma wasn't dead.
Exactly.
Right.
Grandma's not dead, so he's asking, do they eat them dead? To him, it makes sense.
They don't eat
because to
dead.
him,
No
big bad
animal.
wolf ate grandma whole.
I think no
Didn't kill her.
animal wants to eat dead animal.
Generally, they
Except-
don't,
Except scavenger.
in
Yeah,
case
they want to
the
kill.
meat's
right? So
raw.
they're not like scavengers. Type
No,
okay.
no. They prefer to kill
Alright.
and have the thrill of the kill and the hunt. And that's part of the ritual of the ingestion and then eating and sharing, whatever. But if it comes to you, are you asking her if everybody's standing there and a bunch of werewolves come up to you and you're going to drop dead or pretend to be dead?
I am saying if
You're
the
saying,
worst case
is
scenario,
that a tactic that you could possibly employ?
yes, if I can pretend to, if I'm scouting and I'm afraid of getting caught, if I play dead, will they take a nibble out of me or will they?
Is it like a shark or is it going to be like a vulture?
She's going to say, honestly, she doesn't know. She never thought about that. So
Why don't you kill
can
an
try
animal
it.
and throw it out and see if they go for
you
it?
can try, but if they have any inkling that you are alive, I know you say you breathe,
I'm pretty good at my pretending skills.
so you cannot breathe for a while.
Yeah, I can hold my breath.
But are you warm? Are you warm to the touch?
No.
No.
Well, it's possible you might be able to fool it.
Poop yourself. They won't want to eat you if you've defiled
Yeah,
yourself.
shit yourself when you're on the floor.
You know they might test you.
Yeah.
You would be able to possibly
Lazarus.
Does he have to go
Remember,
to
not test like asking
Lazarus.
questions.
Remember, a
He's got
dead
water.
body shits himself when they die.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
So if you don't shit yourself, they're gonna be able to tell.
she's gonna be like, you must shit yourself.
Dang it!
If you shit yourself, they will not go.
Does
anywhere.
Lazarus have to poop?
No.
Can you do
Okay, well, if you don't eat, you don't poop, right?
Yeah.
If you don't drink, you don't pee, right?
Yeah.
If you don't move, you don't have heartbeat, but you move,
Mhm.
so you have some heartbeat. Maybe slow.
Let's just go with that.
Okay. Well, if they can detect anything, then they may test you
Okay.
to think. So they may maul at you a little
Okay.
bit, and But is that one of your tactics? Are you like possum?
Huh?
Are you like a possum? You just
I never tried it
roll
before.
over?
I never tried it before, but I want. But
It could be.
It could be useful. Yeah.
It could work.
Yeah, it's like a bear, right? You hold up.
Yeah, like a possum.
I heard it depends on the bear.
Well, if it's a white bear, you're dead.
You mean a black bear versus
No,
a
no,
brown
no.
bear?
Ultimately,
white bear.
you as the
If it's a
player,
polar bear,
I guess
you're
I
dead.
would say as
Yeah.
the player, it would be this, right?
Yeah.
It would be by chance. It's a roll because you sound like your character could try to pull it off.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Now that I think about it in this game, I don't know that anybody's ever touched you to feel that if you're cold to the touch or
No.
anything. I don't think anybody has touched you, right?
No, I haven't.
No. So this is a very sensitive group. I know that if anybody touches anyone,
Everyone has their
somebody
safe
down
space.
that end of the table screams to high heaven about, it's
Being
it's-
touched.
it's-
Personal
yeah,
space.
It's space. Yeah.
6 feet
Like
apart.
between its ears.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah.
called the social distancing.
Hey, all right, so she says, so that was not story, but it was a good question.
Yeah.
Interesting question. Should be question for the master.
What master?
Well, if we find the master,
Master Werewolf.
the master hunter,
Oh, yeah.
He did.
He would be a good question for him.
Isn't he dead?
He's dead.
Yeah, so we're not going to find him.
Maybe.
Unless he's somebody that you know.
Hey, somebody that you
Some guy
used
She's
to
looking
know.
at you. And she says, "You do not believe, do you? From what you were talking."
Technically, my cousin's the one who found
I
the
have a
body.
feeling that he's.
Wrong way.
Oh, no, wait. Other
Yeah, that was the wrong voice.
Technically,
That was Roddy. I was wondering what was going on.
That was
I didn't want to embarrass you. Yeah.
He broke.
Technically, my cousin Roddy's the one who recovered the body
Which body?
of Van Richten.
Oh, that's he brought him back.
Yeah.
So I'm dead.
Yeah,
Hey, Stud.
that's what they say.
You calling me stud?
No, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead. I thought you said
Well,
he's stud.
technically he was alive when we left him, just barely.
It's truly with a lot.
Yeah, but we saw his dead
And then
body.
we teleported him, and then they sent us.
We saw an open coffin of his dead body.
Yeah. Chive smothered him in his sleep and proclaimed him
Yeah,
dead.
Chive smothered him in his sleep.
He wanted
Dead.
control of the entire operation.
You think there was subterfuge?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think perhaps spy?
Well,
you think,
well, he was alive.
usurpation
He
of
was
the body?
alive
Yeah.
before he teleported, and then he wasn't
Chives
alive.
very well.
Who
Yeah.
did that?
Chives didn't get enough money, and so Chives wanted revenge.
Oh, back to the old money and esteem.
Well, we all know Van Richten wasn't giving out money to people.
He skips on people.
He's
I was gonna say,
Who-
He was the
You
Red
guys
Cross
stop
of
giving him money.
He was the Red Cross of Ravenloft, handing goodwill out to everybody.
No, he wasn't.
How do you know? You're nothing but Grutz.
He gets money from the contract. What?
You're a Grutz. You don't know. You come from some hell in the wall place.
Yeah, I come in a land just like this one. In fact,
Yeah, you don't know.
this
You-
is like home.
You just joined up to maybe have an adventure.
Yeah, but I built an opinion off of what these people were saying.
Yeah, you are easily influenced.
Yeah.
Easily influenced by bad people with bad social
Yeah.
behavior. Only person I know who could probably have any knowledge is Esmeralda and N.
And is he a cheap bastard?
No.
Liar!
What is cheap bastard got to
Fucking
do with
liar.
it?
He didn't
Yeah.
give
En's
his-
not lying.
Everyone-
If En truly believes that he's not a cheap
out
bastard.
of game, everyone knows that he's just hiding from this theme because he's afraid that he's gonna get harassed.
Yeah. He's afraid we're gonna find like.
Everyone's gonna-
The check is going to come due.
We're not paying you, asshole.
Everyone's gonna start, you know what happens?
Says-
People are gonna start lifting it up. Does by the Van feet Richten and pay start his taking everything taxes? He has. Did Van Richten pay his taxes? Maybe the IRS came
We're gonna
down to
take
him.
all his petty
And then he
pocket
faked
change.
his
I think
death.
he's paying all of taxes. You are helping to pay with goodwill.
Yeah, my goodwill gives him the money to pay his fucking
Nobody comes
taxes.
knocking on your door for anything, though, right? So
Because I don't make anything.
you have all kinds of stuff on you.
Yeah, this ain't monetary value.
Yes, it is. Of course, it is.
No, it doesn't count as income.
You could sell it. Of course,
It's
it's
not
taxable.
Okay,
Because
so if
IRS would come after you
so if
for
a governor gets a
IRS
gift,
would come
that's
after
not
you
true.
for all of that.
That's not
For
true.
that armor?
I know plenty of senators and stuff who receive
Absolutely.
watches and stuff, and they don't pay taxes on them.
So you are Senator Grutz.
No,
Now
but
you are
one day,
Senator.
one day.
She says, if we're, as long as we're talking about him, I can tell story about myself and Van Richten, unless someone else has a story. Anyone have a story, or do you want me to go first? Or?
Yeah, I want to hear about Van Richten.
All right. She says, nearly 2 decades ago is when I first met him. My family is traveling with the Randanovich clan. Arturi, you met him. The Stani caravan. When one of their children fell deathly ill, the child's parents took him to a local doctor, a man by the name of
Van Richten.
Rudolf Van Richten.
Who's a doctor?
Got it right.
He did all he could to keep boy alive, but 3 days later, however, he passed away, and his father, a leader of the Randanoviches, blamed Van Richten for his child's death. So that night, aided by 4 others, he stole into Van Richten's family home, and he kidnapped Van Richten's son
Damn.
in vengeance. My parents awoke me at midnight, and we departed at once. It was only later that I learned what cargo we were carrying, and that my own parents had helped to acquire him. Van Richten himself, desperate to rescue his son, tracked our caravan down and bound my parents to a tree. After extracting his son's location, however, he departed without shedding a drop of their blood, an act of mercy that I have not forgotten. 10 years later, I ran from home, seeking to follow in Van Richten's footsteps. I found him to be a changed man, scarred and haunted by the years that had passed. His kindness, however, had never faded, and he agreed to take me on as his student. I spent 2 years with him, learning all I could about the monsters and how to fight them, before we ultimately parted ways. She says, the night I departed his company, we exchanged some harsh words, which I prefer to forget. Even so, when I received his final letter, I came at once to Barovia, praying that he would not face Zarovich alone. And that is how I have met him, and how he became, to me, the master. All of you have not met him except for Ed. I am interested in how you met him. How did you know him?
I joined after another
Character.
Another character died. I joined the White
after another member died. So they needed a replacement, and I joined from there to replace that member.
And you met the master. Did he pick you, select you?
Yeah, he selected me.
And you came and you became part of this group?
Yeah.
And eventually, though not leader, you are spiritual leader.
No. Sidekick, mascot.
W is the
Mascot.
W is the secretary.
Secretary.
Sorry,
N's the mascot.
And
it is
is
the mascot. Okay.
and is what we would call left in the dark.
Yeah. You have to remember.
I was the leader.
You have to
and then
remember.
I gave it up
You
to.
gave it up.
N left the party and N joined back. That means N's at the bottom of the totem pole.
Is that the bottom? That's what you did.
That's how it works. When you leave and you join, you go
I
back to the
had to
bottom.
go on sabbatical.
He is below Lazarus.
Yeah.
And Reedy?
Instant seniority, yes.
Why? He came.
Reedy and
No,
Lazarus
because
came after.
no.
Yes.
Well, Reedy's the leader of the Blue Rose.
It was Randolph and
Yeah, but
Jimmy.
Reedy's the leader of the Blue Rose, and he's technically the second in command for the Blue Rose,
Exactly.
which means they're higher in
It's not by
seniority in the
tenure.
combined.
Is it not by tenure?
No,
Oh, I see.
Well, technically, their tenure adds up
Yeah.
over his.
Who
'cause-
does adding?
The
Who's
leaders,
figuring
the
this out?
leaders, Grutz
The leaders?
and Reedy.
Did Dan know this?
No, he doesn't need to.
Well, he knows it now, doesn't he?
The Skyblue Rose has a council of 2.
Yeah, the cancel
And
too.
doesn't need to be a leader to feel satisfied.
We're the high
There
council.
are those who understand. Yeah,
He does not have a
I've seen
seat at the
Lazarus.
council.
You don't want to lead a motley crew, right?
Yeah.
En's the leader, but he doesn't have a seat at the council.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
we retain
I don't
the
want
rank of
to
master, but you do not hold the seat in the
Yeah.
council.
Because if things go wrong, it's not on me, it's on them, right?
There you go.
Has anything gone wrong?
Has anything gone
I
wrong?
think it's been.
But that means we
nothing
get-
but
that means we get all the
almost
glory.
satisfied Horn Guard.
That means we get the glory.
But we didn't.
That means we get the glory.
Sometimes mistakes are made. There's always a way around it.
As Bob, what's the fucking painting guy?
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross would say, they're happy little accidents.
Happy little accident.
Exactly.
Oh my God. She says, I can share with you, the master is very, very secretive about his family and his son. The Randanoviches did sell his son to a vampire.
Rictavio's his son. We've been after the wrong guy. Van Richten's dead. Rictavio's his son.
Oh, there you go.
Pretty
New
sure
theory.
she's going to say his son died.
His son died probably.
His son's name was Erasmus.
Erasmus.
Is he dead?
He is dead.
What's Erasmus backwards?
He was turned into a vampire.
It starts with
Oh,
an
fuck,
S.
oh shit, never mind. Oh.
And
Imagine if
the
he was.
master had to kill his own son.
Imagine he was the guy bride for.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if he's,
had
what if
to
he's
kill his
Strahd's
own
little
son.
bitch?
He had
Take it out of the
he had to
poop
take him out. It was only
So fucking bad.
Van Richten will never really speak to you of it though. So
Well, he's not gonna speak to any of it.
No, he can!
This point,
Hold
he's
up,
dead.
hold up. He can. We just need to speak with dead.
It's true.
I need the corpse.
And he can't refuse us. That's
Message Hive, send the corpse.
the
XOXO.
corpse of
XOXO, bring the
guy.
corpse.
can you send him a message?
Will the bird go through the mist?
What bird?
If I send a bird through the
I
mist?
don't think I've tried
No,
necromancy.
we can
on
go
Van
through
Richten's
Vistani.
body.
We can send it. We
You'd
can
have
give
to
the.
go with the
We can give a letter to Vistani.
So could you.
Strahd couldn't afford one cleric to cast like resurrection or
Reincarnate?
Revive.
I think reincarnate.
See, he wanted to stay dead because he didn't want to deal with our shit
Well
anymore.
known amongst Vistani here that they are not to transport anybody out.
Yeah,
This
but
is
what about a
uh,
letter?
This is no. Well, they might if it's with his blessing. They only do what Strahd allows them to get away with, and they don't want to.
What can't you go out? With
I'm sure
like,
Strahd
something?
would give them the blessing to demand
Couldn't
Van
you, like, come
Richten's
out with a
body.
letter?
Yeah.
I am able to go back and forth.
Yeah. Oh yeah, where did Van Richten bind your parents when you were a kid?
Bind them.
It was only
you couldn't
temporary.
bound them
It
to
was
the tree.
here in Barovia.
It was
So how do
temporary.
you get out of Barovia?
That's why I'm here. He came into Barovia.
No, how did he get out of it 10 years ago before you trained with him?
I trained with him here.
Yeah, but how did he get
How
out?
did he get
How-
back? He had to start the roses
I see what
somehow.
you're saying.
Yeah,
He
how,
met-
yeah, how
Well,
did the
no,
devil?
no,
How did the devil let him
Previous
go?
members have met him face to face.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. I didn't ask.
So what you're saying,
There's another way out.
basically, Van Richten has body doubles.
Or Van Richten is a Vistani and we all know.
Or Van Richten isn't really Van
He's not
Richten.
Vistani, I can tell
That's
you
what I just said. He's got body doubles.
Yeah, that means he has a way to go in and out.
I'm Van Richten, and you are too. That's a Metal Gear Solid reference.
His status is different than almost everyone, so he is seen as the possible devil killer. One of
How come the
one of
devil's
only.
still alive then? Oh, I'll call him out.
Because he hasn't got
He roast him.
Yeah, I mean, last I saw, he was pretty old. I don't know if he would really be able to put up a fight.
There are more than ways to fight than simply through the sword.
That's true. Haven't you seen the original Dracula? He just kind of gets him.
Yeah,
He did.
It was
Sometimes
kinda
his
like-
timing, sometimes his luck.
Yeah, sometimes you just get a little
Sometimes
lucky
he's
and you
like,
go in a
"Oh,
cave.
Sometimes you just got to smash open a window in his house.
But
Yeah.
it could be that it is not for him to do the killing.
So you're saying he's a manipulator?
I'm saying that he is a manipulator.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Manipulator is a bad.
Oh, you great heroes! You wonderful heroes! Have some weapons. Go kill the vampire.
He gave you weapons, right?
That's basically what he did. Now he's gonna take all the credit for our kill.
Well, we got the weapons from him, but then we got our weapons stolen, and then we never got it back.
It's true. Most of what we have now is our own.
It's new ones
Actually.
after, not a
You
single one.
acquired these here.
Yeah, not a single one was
Not
from
easy
before.
to acquire weaponry here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Anybody
Yeah.
have a story to tell? Anything that they would like to share?
My life's been
Brady,
an
What
open.
about-
Brady, what about
My life has been an open
what
book.
about a story about your time at the Blue Roses?
Yeah.
What's there to tell? Blue Rose? They're gone now.
Did you like anyone from the Blue Rose?
Of course I did.
Of course I did. They
Were
were,
you a
they were a great, plentiful group of
Who was your
heroes.
leader?
Who was the leader? Was it the
To be
barbarian?
honest.
Was it the barbarian? The paladin? The
It was
cleric?
Paladin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a paladin, a very nice man.
So you
Lady.
were a member of Blue
It was a
Rose,
girl.
lady.
but when you
I remember fucking thinking about
but
the
what
Blue
made you leader of White Rose?
Oh, because everyone else in the Blue Rose died.
Uh-huh.
This is not the White Rose. This is the Skyblue Rose. So by being the last surviving member of the Blue Rose,
Then
I
automatically
became the leader of the Blue
I see.
Rose.
Default.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I see.
That's
And he
interesting.
had come to join the Blue Rose, which means he's part of the blue part of the Sky Blue. Whether he likes it or not.
You were going to be Blue Rose?
Yes.
There you go. See, he is Blue Rose, actually. You're
Yeah.
accepted.
So
Your acceptance letter should have come in the mail weeks ago, actually.
Yeah, where's the owl?
basically, I've
They
spent
sent
Oh,
you a
years-
letter, said you're accepted.
Hive sent. I've received a letter from a man named Hives saying.
You mean
that-
Chives?
Chives,
Yeah.
saying that they're.
People
he
forget
was
the C.
looking
The C is
for
not
a
silent.
guide or someone of particular skills to help out. And the reason why he knew about me is I've been living on the land, kind of like a hermit, basically sticking to the woods and out of the cities, and I would help people traveling the road when I would run across them.
So you know the lay of this land.
Yes,
You know basically how much of it have
Here's
you
even a
covered?
bow and arrow.
a lot, but I don't. A lot of the land.
What an answer!
Do you know where the Amber Temple lies?
I might.
To the east.
So
To the
Where in the
Amber
east?
Temple's where the Amber Temple
Just
is.
that direction.
Anyone knows where the
I
Amber
might
Temple
have the
is.
glancing familiarity with the Amber.
Wasn't it like
Temple, but-
southeast or some
It's
shit
in a-
from where the
But you
Wizard's
know
Tower
the-
was?
The stories about it.
Yes,
Okay.
at the very least.
Very few people in Barovia have ever gone there. In fact,
I want
nobody
to.
wants to.
It's a tourist location. You got to visit
Yeah, it's
it.
not exactly
They say if you go to
Not hidden
Ravenloft, you got to go there once.
Yeah, you don't.
As
want
far
to-
as I'm
you don't
concerned-
It
want
has
to
a
do
Michelin star.
that. Not a high, yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, if we go there, I'd be surprised if everyone makes it back out.
No, that's weak talk right there. Grutz ain't weak. Grutz is strong. We all getting back
There's
out.
why you're a leader.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Does
but
leader
that-
have any stories?
I do. I do have a story.
Go ahead.
So you remember how I was talking about how I was in that church for a while?
What church?
It was the Church of Lathander in the Baroshkov. Veroshikov.
Okay.
I turned there after being departed from my tribe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is this like a monastery or a?
Yeah, it was a monastery.
Okay.
There's a real piece of shit there as the priest. You remember that priest? The guy who kept talking shit to everyone? That was the head of the church.
Oh.
Drew played the character and kept talking shit to us. That was the priest. He was such a
That
piece
was
of
the,
shit.
that was the one of my created guys. I think it was wasn't it the didn't he have a bag on his head?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
kissed the shit out of him, right?
Yeah.
He
It
hated
was
Jimmy
the,
Carlisle was so
It was
pissed.
the God, what was his name?
I forgot his. I keep thinking of Bagman, but I know it's not
yes,
Bagman.
I forgot what the name.
Oh, the fucking the Pope or whatever.
Well, yeah, he was. I forgot what I called
The
him.
brown bag pope.
The
Yeah.
priest. He was the
He
son of
always
the
he
priest.
has those one-liners.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have fun doing that. I would do it so fast, piss you off.
Yeah.
And now, so you studied under
priest or
him?
something.
Yeah, I actually became a believer of Lathander for a part.
Do you? Did he teach you how to speak like that?
Yeah.
So you knew how to put, doing a lot of put downs.
Yeah.
In a row, right
I
in a
did
row.
some clergy work.
No. do some on a reading.
What?
Do some on Rudy.
No, I didn't learn those one-liners.
Okay.
Grutz ain't smart enough.
Those put downs? No, you're not that smart. No,
He
okay.
always called me Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, okay.
He said I was too dumb for dumb.
So, what is your story about being part of the monastery? There. What
I did a lot of clergy work there. I started a few fires.
That's clergy work, starting fire?
Yeah, you know when you light the incense but you drop it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you drop it, but you drop it.
I drank the holy water a few times.
Oh, you were a bad boy.
I did my best though. I learned my prayers.
Very big bad boy. Yeah.
Grutz believes in Lathander now.
So, he does. Why
Yeah.
is that?
Because he's in the church for like 6 months.
You were only there 6 months?
Yeah.
And you were converted
Sometimes
Yeah.
that's all it takes, you know.
36
When
months?
Grutz got-
A couple sessions in the basement with Father Gregory.
Well, Father Greggy wasn't in that church.
A couple sessions with Father Gregory.
Funnily enough, there was a basement in that church. Grutz never got to be there though.
Father Gregory kept inviting
That's
me,
true.
but he decided no.
All right, I will tell you one more story. Esmeralda, because I got 2 stories. And what the hell? They may be useful. She says it was a year after I parted ways with Dr. Van Richten. Doctor? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know, that's what I wrote. And I felt as though no monster could challenge me. That's when I heard whispers of a beast known as the Black Terror, a werewolf that was the bane of several villages skirting the dark forests of Darkon. I vowed to track it and put an end to its reign of terror. It took many nights of investigation and research, but I finally caught sight of a beast at the edge of a shadowed swamp, its fangs stained red with the blood of its latest meal. My heart raced as I watched it slip into the mists. No ordinary fog, but the veil that shrouds the worlds themselves. And I knew that if I failed to pursue it, I might be forced to begin my hunt anew. So in my own arrogance, I thought I could handle whatever lay beyond. I was Vistani, born wanderer of the mists and a student of Rudolf van Richten, so I plunged ahead without a second thought. And the Black Terror ambushed me, springing from its gloom, with its claws and teeth. He tore off my leg below the knee, my blood straining his charcoal hide. In the moment I knew I would die, alone and powerless. But through the fog came 2 figures. Dmitri and Anna emerged from the woods, cold silver flashing in their hands. The werewolf fled, and the Kreskovs brought me back to their home here in Kresk, where they nursed me back to health. When I recovered, they took me to Villaki and commissioned the local toy maker, a brilliant man called Blinsky,
Oh,
who
we heard of
crafted me a new leg. And to this day, this leg reminds me of the importance of caution and the dangers of unchecked zeal. And so that is why we must always have plan. For I reacted to my situation, and it cost me heavily, dearly.
Did the Black Terror ever get killed? Or is the Black Terror still roaming?
She says, I hope he's still alive. She grabs hold of her handle of the centaur of her weapon. She says, I have a gift for him. If I see him again, I will kill him.
Is your leg magical?
No. Why?
You know, you could probably fit a gun in that, or like fit a knife.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
you know,
crossbow.
yeah, like something cool.
Yeah. Well, I needed to walk on.
No, but like you could
First
transform
things
it.
first.
What happens if you can have a hidden compartment that you lift down and it turns into like a
You can have
knife?
a cool sword
Or a
leg.
I would
sword.
have to talk to Blinsky if is anybody going to do that. Would be him.
You could have a cool sword leg, pull it
Yeah.
out and be like Raiden from Metal Gear
I'm
Solid.
just lucky I have the leg.
Yeah, I'm
grateful
sure it'd
to
be
have the
difficult
leg.
to go around without
true.
the leg.
You know, I just wanted to work as a leg. You don't know what it's like.
Yeah, if you only had one leg, your name would be Hop.
Thank you very much. You're very funny. Nice story. When I see that beast, I cannot wait. Dark as coal.
Do you think he could be the leader of the werewolves?
My
here?
God, it's almost like this is a hint at something. Yeah. Ooh, foreshadowing.
Could be. If it
How do
is,
you
he's
how do you
mine.
know it's the black beast? Because there's probably a lot of black wolves around.
Not many werewolves look like him.
You describe him.
Huge, angry.
See
As
the
tall
one on
as
the TV
Reedy?
screen?
Huh?
We'll see the one on the TV screen. The hot one.
Would you say he's hot?
Like,
You may in the real.
Could be.
Good looking
Yeah,
guy.
boy, look at that. Huh?
Oh wow.
It's very dark.
Rudy might have some trouble
I can
fighting. You're gonna
I
have.
can see why you want to find him again. Woo.
to kill him. I want to cut him from ear to ear and remove his tongue.
And wear it as a cape.
Not
wolf
as
soup
hot to the
once.
camera. The camera adds 10
Wear
pounds.
it
Though, that's
around my
why.
neck. He is fast.
You should eat him. Wolf soup's delicious.
I wouldn't
Probably tainted meat.
want to.
No,
Yeah, on him.
I'd eat a lot of things
So
Eat
she
his heart.
says,
to survive.
so it's probably best that we
Go in.
rest.
Oh.
We do not know how long
That's
before wolves will hunt as a pack.
That's true.
So every
They're not sharks.
3 to 4 days. No, they're not sharks. very, very.
But that means they won't bite once. They'll bite more than
Intelligent
once.
statement on
There
your
you
part.
go.
However, every 3 or 4 days they will leave cave to go and hunt.
Wouldn't that be the best time to go in?
Yes, that's what we're doing.
Why don't
Grutz,
we,
you
why
are
don't we
amazing, yeah.
climb a tree, wait a week, and just
Yes,
monitor?
that's what we are waiting for, Grutz.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll climb the tree.
She comes up and sort of pats your head. You're a good boy. Yeah, you're thinking. It's
I'm
good.
7'2". How's she gonna
You're
pat my
going. You're
head?
doing. She's patting it. She's reaching up. You're good. You're a good boy.
Yeah, I don't
You're a
like
good
this.
man.
I
That
don't
you're
like
thinking
this.
beyond your levels. Yes, exactly. You got it. You got it. You're smarter than Lazarus. Lazarus is ready to go in and drop down. All right, so we just wait. You know,
Yes.
that's why if you
I'm gonna make an igloo.
okay.
Is it snowing?
Well, it's snow is all around
Okay.
you. There's no ice. I think if you want to make an igloo, you need like ice.
Why
No,
don't you make an indent in the
I'll
snow?
make a hole. I'll
and
make a
pee.
cave.
Burrow a hole,
Yeah, I'm gonna make
Oh.
a cave in
Burrow.
the hole.
However, somebody has tent.
I have a tent.
Yeah,
Don't you have Lehman's tiny
Tiny
hut?
hut.
tent.
Yeah.
Why have igloo?
Lehman's tiny hut only creates an invisible
Oh,
force field,
with
not a
it.
natural room.
Huh?
It isn't an actual room.
It is.
Oh,
natural,
is it?
though.
Yes.
It looks like nothing to people looking at it, but it is a room.
It is a
Okay,
room.
then let's go. Let's have a nice time.
Yeah.
I could make a really
Yeah,
good
hell,
snow
screw igloo.
Yeah, let's make a
Yeah,
nice.
let's
Let's have a
go.
nice time.
Yeah, we might
Oh, I
as well,
like-
but we need to watch. Need to keep eye on the den because they will leave.
We'll do.
Him! He doesn't have to sleep!
He does. He can't sleep.
He doesn't have to blink!
Do you need to sleep?
I'm a super. What is it called when you can't go
Insomnia.
to
We
sleep?
should
I'm
have
insomnia.
had maybe interview before you came on board.
He doesn't blink!
We should ask some questions.
I am insomnia.
He doesn't
Okay.
sleep.
You
He
don't
doesn't
sleep?
blink.
He doesn't
They don't know He that. doesn't eat.
Have you been watching?
You fucking stare at us every night when we're
Yeah,
sleeping.
everybody wakes up. You're staring at them. Like
How-
goon.
W can confirm that.
We all can confirm
Yeah, you
this.
want to make sure nobody's watching you.
We talk behind your back about it. It's a problem.
It's our dirty secret. It's what the
Your
dirt
dick
we
is
got
not
on
bad.
him.
It's our dirt. He goons
It's
to
our
us at
dirt.
night.
So you can watch.
Why do you think no one wants to sleep with you when we do bed bugs? When we do
Nobody sleeps
roommates?
with you?
No one wants to be roommates with him
I
because
did not know that.
he stares
I
at
don't
us when
wanna
we
stay- I
sleep.
don't want to sleep with you.
He stares at us when we sleep.
Muriel says I can take watch too if you want. If you have to sleep some, I can watch. She says.
No, it's fine. I can
I
cover
can
it.
fly over.
I can
So-
cover. If anything, my familiar does a better job than you anyway.
Oh shit!
God damn.
Because
Fighting birds.
his familiar is invisible.
I was chased by Cloud, and she says, and I made it home with books.
My familiar was chased by Strahd and he made it home.
How do you know it's
He-
Strahd?
Didn't he die?
No, it survived. It survived.
It did survive.
Okay.
It just got a little
Scared.
whacked up and a little hurt. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and if nobody has any story, if you guys didn't prepare anything,
I told the story.
forgot.
that's okay. No worries. I wasn't sure if anybody would. I should have maybe sent something, but that's okay. All right. So let me go ahead and. All right. So it takes a couple of days. So while you're there and you're sitting around and talking and insulting Muriel, like you do all off and on. So Esmeralda, to put the time to use, she's going to ask, have you ever fought werewolf?
Yes, we have.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Not
She
scared.
says you're not afraid, but this pack, probably 15, 20 of the pack,
Yeah.
very large pack. So we don't want to try to find them all. So have you ever snuck past a werewolf?
No.
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 Okay. So
No.
Yes.
Yes.
To be one with the
All right.
ground.
Yes.
we should try to sneak in.
I don't know
Grutz
about
can't
you, but I
sneak.
hear those coconuts ringing. I don't think we're sneaking.
Grutz
per
can't
se.
sneak.
What coconuts?
You don't hear
Oh.
that?
Who's got
What's the sound of
coconuts?
it?
W.
Oh, yeah, I
So
forgot
he
about
stays
the coconuts.
behind.
Grutz can't sneak.
He can be a good distraction.
Could be dead distraction.
Here,
We gotta watch out.
Grutz will show you his sneak skill. Grutz is gonna start sneaking. Let me roll. I got a -4.
-4 to sneak.
Yeah, I got a
Were
-4.
you trying?
Yeah.
Maybe we should think about splitting up.
What do you
W and
need
Grutz
for
together.
dexterity?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get a -10
I have a
inherently.
+1 to dexterity.
I get a -10.
Maybe Woodworth is very sneaky, even though he's able to,
Yeah.
and may not fit in the cave.
N?
So let's see what my minus is.
I'm okay.
Okay, you Lazarus?
I'm pretty good. I'm gonna pull out a box. I'm gonna go. I'll put the box over me and start sneaking.
That's interesting. Okay.
And Steam Metal Gear Solid box I got for the
Okay.
Halloween adventure. It gives me
So,
increase in
so
speed.
perhaps Grutz and W. I forgot about the coconuts. Where did you get that? Is that a?
That was part of the Knights of the
Part of
Cheesy
the-
Girl curse.
So all the time you've got coconut noises.
Yeah.
The coconut.
Yeah.
Holy shit. we
Sounds
should've
like a
known.
Horse.
You've been announcing everybody forever.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that should have been a.
We're such a Chad group that the enemy can tell we're there a mile away.
So.
You know, we're at Babula Saga's hut. I'm surprised she didn't catch us. That
So
noise.
if you crawl, if you crawl or you go slow, it still makes that noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
It
you're
doesn't
basically
stop.
hearing that the whole time.
The whole time.
Fast, even if you're going slow.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine it's
Oh,
slow.
probably mimics the speed at which you do it. So
Yeah.
do slow by 0.25. You
Let's
can
see
set
if
the
I can
speed.
find the.
What
Set
if
the
we
speed to
put
0.25.
something over your feet?
That's what it sounds like.
No good.
That's 0.25 speed.
Does the noise come from your feet?
I need to find the.
If you do a handstand, will it not work? If someone carries you, will it
A
work?
handstand is good. Somebody carries you. There we go. Now see you're thinking. Good. That's good.
Yeah, Grutz uses his brain.
Carrying you. God.
Grutz can carry you.
Yeah, but Grutz, you make noise like buffalo.
Yeah, but I can't help it, so might as well just work with it. What does the Metal Gear Solid box do for you anyway?
I need to bring it up. I think it gives me a bonus to stealth.
Like an advantage or like a
Is that
plus?
something that
It's a
W could
advantage.
use?
No, it's not going to hide the coconuts.
Yeah, it's not gonna really help her. That
But it could
much.
help Grutz with his terrible sneak.
No, because you get like a -10.
Yeah, but what happens if it's advantage? It might help.
Even advantage isn't gonna help that much. With the maximum you're gonna
What is
roll
your
9.
negative to your sneak?
Minus 8 in total.
How did you get that?
The hags. They forced me to change my height. And so they
Oh,
gave me a
so
negative
the
10 to
height
sneak.
did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't sneak. I will not be helpful in any sneak mission ever.
I'm trying to think of what we do with you.
Yeah.
I think you're a reinforcement.
I think I stay at the ass.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I think you're going to have to.
I'll just sit at the back entrance and wait.
We have to figure out. First, we have to
Okay.
find what is back entrance,
Yep.
and then you would stay there, and we would go back around front, or you're in the front, and we go down to the back entrance.
That's true. I could be the distraction.
It's true. No, we don't want you distracted because we don't want you to get hurt.
That's okay. It
Why didn't we
happens.
go get some silver?
Grutz's swords are made of
Your
silver.
swords
Oh,
are
there you
okay.
go.
You guys are okay sword wise.
Okay. Oh,
Here's
okay.
the sword.
Okay, I found it. It's only if I run. As the user runs, a faint sounds of coconuts clicking
okay.
together will be heard from everyone
That
within a
makes more
20-foot radius.
That means somebody can carry you and you'll never make a sound.
Well,
Yeah, so it's
but-
only when I run.
But we don't have to run.
She
Yeah.
can crawl.
So
and
we
she'll
can
be
we
fine.
can go walk slowly,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and once we get there, we can sneak and crawl. You're back to normal.
Yeah.
So it's really Grutz.
Yeah.
So Grutz is either going to have to be outside. He's going to have to wait outside, and if we need him, then we could call or somehow signal to you.
Okay.
How can we signal to Grutz?
Scream.
That's not a good signal.
I'm
I mean,
dying.
you yell out a scream, and everybody hears.
I'm
Does anyone
dying.
have a shiny
Do we
cantrip?
have yeah? Do we have something we can? Alert
Grutz
him?
can speak telepathically for people.
I can leave my familiar
Hold up.
with him.
I only use wethuh.
Hold up.
Okay.
and I can
Or you can send your familiar to him.
leave it with him, and then if something happens to me, I can inform my familiar
Okay.
to send in Grutz.
Okay,
So that way,
there we go.
at the very least,
That's
he
good.
knows if something happens to us.
Okay, that's
I
good.
could also dimension door him in once I'm there.
That would be difficult because you need to know. Do you need to know exactly where he is to do it, or do you
Just the area.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right, so everybody else, no surprises, right? Everybody else is good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to talk about.
No.
So you, so when they leave to go on hunt, we're going to go down to the maw, the cave entrance, and then Grutz. Maybe we split up and a group goes around to the back to see if we
Yeah.
can find some sort of exit, and then the front group waits so that we get a report. Maybe we can use your when you have an imp or your
My
familiar.
familiar.
You're familiar too, right?
Yeah, Fairy Houdini.
Okay, and that's a bird.
It's an owl. But I also can summon I can summon a raven.
Well,
And
I was just going to suggest
casts
Muriel
animal
could
messenger.
Oh my god!
I was just going to suggest, but Muriel could act
I was
between.
gonna make another.
I have
comment
another
there.
solution. W can polymorph me into a mouse.
I was gonna. If she summoned the raven,
That's smart.
I was gonna tell Mario, look, you have company.
Yeah, you have somebody you can talk to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do that.
Suddenly you start
Yeah.
talking on Muriel.
I got the best answer. W can polymorph me into a mouse.
And carry him in my
It's true.
pocket.
And then what?
I'm a mouse.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then what? If that is that okay? You use that spell, then what?
Yeah, you.
I can't get
If
caught.
we need help, then
Yes,
we.
Oh,
Then
I'm
I can just
transformed.
cancel the
I can.
transformation.
And I
I
become
cannot
me
go.
again.
Okay. You want to do that?
Yeah,
Spend the spell,
I'll do that.
Hell
I got
yeah.
2
because we
fourth
could
level
have him
spells
wait,
now.
and then.
Because I would have had to spend the dimension door anyway.
How long does polymorph
Well,
last
or,
anyway?
or we have Muriel can go get or other.
But who's to say if that happens, he's going to be stuck somewhere fighting other people while we're fighting other people.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, what happened when I wait in the front door like a
Thing
pair of
is, if
werewolves?
he's at the front, he could be like guard.
Yeah, he can scream down the tunnel.
Yeah.
They're coming!
And then they
Yeah.
go for him.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then run down the tunnel.
I'm okay.
Whatever you guys want to do, you tell me. You're boss.
I will say, we're assuming there's an ass to the tunnel, but there probably is.
Like a mouse going up an ass isn't the first thing that happened.
Talk to Richard Gere. Okay. So, what do you want to do? Sorry, Richard Gere.
So we should have decide who's going to be the ass team and the
I vote for
team.
ass.
I vote for ass.
Well, W has to go into the ass team to transform him.
Okay, there you go. So Reedy, the other leader, gets to be mouth.
Reedy will be mouth.
Easy.
N will be mouth.
Easy.
Esmeralda will be mouth.
No.
And then
Muriel
Ariel
will be
can
ass.
Ass.
Okay. And so, ask group are they going to go?
Wait, but
in?
technically, I can scout with my
Put it this
hand,
way.
so it might be good to have.
Then you go
Muriel-
mouth, and then Muriel can go ass.
No, why don't Muriel? just
Muriel can
mouth?
go with mouth.
Okay, Muriel can go
I was
mouth.
just going to say, is ask? I hate to put it this way, but is ask group going to go in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In the ass?
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna go
Okay,
in.
All right.
Why do you think
We're
Grutz is becoming a mouse?
We're planning on going
Okay.
deep.
Okay. All right. It sounds good. Not deep in the ass. But
They
into
want to
the
go
ass.
deep
Yeah,
in
into
the
the
ass.
ass.
You gotta
Just
venture,
enough to
venture.
know-
No,
They're
no.
gonna rim the ass.
Nothing ventured,
Stay out of the
nothing
ring.
ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, you might want to make some noise. Okay, so sounds like a plan, right? So we've got the ass group, and how many are in the ass? 3 or 4?
3.
3.
Okay.
4 members are mouth.
So ass is Grutz, Lazarus,
And
and
W.
W because of the clock.
No, because of the mouse.
Okay, all right. Okay, so one night, it's like 2 nights later, after
Oh, like
about
the
a
rule
little
two.
time, about after midnight. Lazarus, you can see as you're watching the den,
Okay.
1 or 2 large shapes exit, and then you see one of them come back, and then more start coming out, and you see just a kind of a mass of them coming out and then grouping and
Yeah.
kind of running and going. And you're trying to count how many, but it's very hard for you to count. But you count over 14. You
Okay.
kind of lose count at 14. It's like, holy shit. You know, so of these shapes that come out, these large shapes, they come out beneath those mountain crags. You do see one amongst them really huge, really big. He towers above the others. Its bulky body is like twice the size of the others. They turn south. You see them starting to run south towards like where your area is. And it kind of concerns you at first, thinking, are they going to come towards us? But then they turn west. So they're going towards that way, towards Kresk. And you can see them sort of loping along the shores, and the members all disappear and vanish into the dark, into the clustered trees
Did you hear a
of the
howl?
woods. No howls. You hear nothing.
Damn.
You just see them moving,
Not
and
even an
you
owl.
know, if you hadn't been watching, you may not have noticed. It takes them less than a minute or two to go, and they go boom. They are not making any kind of noises or anything.
All right, our turn. Time to go in.
So, what do you do?
We'll tell everybody.
Yes, I'm gonna wake up people.
Okay, so everybody is going to get up,
I'm
right?
gonna go, Esmeralda. I think I found your werewolf you were talking about in that story of yours.
I wouldn't have told her that.
Did you tell her that?
Yeah,
He's big.
twice the
Black.
size. Yep, big black.
You don't
Twice
know
the
that.
size
You
of
said
other
you couldn't see
werewolves.
him.
Couldn't really say.
I'm just gonna say anyway.
Okay.
Damn.
Say, I wish this was a mission to destroy him, but it's not.
Yep.
It's not our
There's
goal.
also like 14 of them, so I think going through
Holy
the
shit.
forest would be suicide
There was more than
anyway.
that.
There's more than that. I lost count at 14.
Okay, so she says, okay, so I'm here to tell you, they didn't all leave, so there are probably some in there.
Time to kill.
So I'm telling you that we would not be able to defeat this group. So anything happens, we got to get the hell out. Okay? All right.
Grutz is
We
good at
cannot
running.
stand and fight. We will lose. Okay.
Yeah.
So they will be gone probably hours, but we need to go now. So everybody's kind of been smearing up and putting the crap on them and ready to go, right? So you're
Yeah.
all covered in black.
Yeah.
And it's cold, but you know Esmeralda's like taking stuff off and she's rubbing crap all over her, and she says basically you want to go pretty much. This is stealth, so very few weapons. Don't worry about anything like nobody has armor, right?
No.
No.
Okay, so you can wear your robes and stuff if you want.
Well, I like.
Oh, I forgot I
She
had a
has studded
robe on.
leather. She's taking.
Yeah, I
it
have
off.
studded leather too, so I'll
Okay,
be taking
she's
it
taking
off.
it off because the leather will smell.
Yeah,
She
I'll
tells
take
you,
off the leather.
Smells
as well.
of human. They don't
Leather.
want to. You don't want to smell like leather. Yeah, you don't want to wear it. Yeah. So any shoes gone. Anything that smells of that be human. No farting. Just seriously, no farting. No belching. No farting. Nothing like that. Okay. Nothing that they can smell. Hypersensitive smell. Okay. So you guys start heading down through the hollow in the night. She's leading the group, and at some point, you guys are moving up towards this this maw. Now I'm going to show you just a little bit of video here, so you get an idea. I even slowed it down a little bit so that you can get a better idea. So here you go.
Wow, it really is just a big wolf mouth. Whoa. Now we know the layout. Sweet.
Yeah, I'm only going to show you a
Wow, there's
little bit,
stairs?
and that's about it. Okay?
What an intelligent man.
Because I don't want to show you too much, because that gives away too much. But it gives you the idea of what the approach is to it. So as you guys are moving up towards it, she says, "Ask me."
Ask.
Yeah,
We're gonna go around to find.
yeah,
the
we're gonna
hole.
go around the
All
final
right.
exit.
Eddie
Okay.
Hole is a goal.
We wait here.
Yes.
So you guys are, as you're approaching the area, you see in front of this maw in the snow, you can see a big lump. It's this large like beast. It's like a carcass that's down at the end, and you can see it's like this huge elk. It's a body of an elk that's basically been stripped to the bone, and you can see that much of the flesh was stripped away from the body itself, and like ripped away. The elk's throat is all torn, and you can see that the elk's throat was torn by this huge, massive jaws, and its entrails and stuff. There's very little left. It's just this big mass of like carcass of like like bones and stuff. So she says, "Stay by this carcass, so you can see us." Okay. So the ask group, go, hurry. So which way do you want to go?
Left.
You want to go to the left or the right? So you're going to the left of it? Okay, so as you saw in this video, I'm going to go back to it a little bit so you can tell. This thing is kind of like a, it's an outcropping like this. So if you're going to the left, you're going this way.
Mm-hmm.
And you're kind of crawling up the hill, and the head, what do you call it, mouth group? Is down in front over this way, and they're kind of watching you, but eventually you go out of sight, you can't see each other, and you guys are not using any light of any kind, right?
Nope.
So as you're moving along, you're going to stay up by the rock itself?
Yep.
Or are you going to, okay, so as you're feeling along, how are you going to detect another cave opening? You're just going to be looking
See
for
it,
it,
yeah. Draft?
feeling for
Or
it.
a draft
Okay.
or something. Like
A what? A draft?
yeah, like a
Okay.
draft or something coming
Okay.
off of it.
Lick your
So
finger.
your guys are walking and moving along, and you're feeling, you're pushing on the rocks and stuff. It's all solid. Everything's solid, and you feel yourself going around, and you're trying to cover as fast as you can go without making any clip clop, right? So you're moving. You're not running, but you're moving along, and you can feel yourself getting around to like the 11 o'clock, the 12 o'clock of this mound of stone, and you can tell that you're on that side and the back side because you're starting to now. You can tell your navigation's starting to go around from the 12 to the 1 o'clock side. And you haven't felt anything. You get all the way down to the front side of the other side. There is nothing that you felt.
There's nothing.
Maybe it's
Maybe
It-
the other side.
well, it could the cave could go deeper down, which means it could exit somewhere further out than just the rock side.
Yeah.
In fact, we probably should have asked Reedy for his 1-1 of detecting secret passages, because that probably could have helped detect a hidden cave.
That's true.
I have that.
That's true.
You do have that.
You do
I
have
thought I
it.
gave it to someone else though.
No, we gave it back to you.
I'm gonna look out in the distance from the rock cliffs. Is there anything like poking out?
Go ahead and roll.
16.
Okay, so you can see, like you see here, you can see in the back some occasional rise towards the back of some other stone.
Hmm.
That's all you see.
So
It's fairly well separated. Like there's one way over here, but this cropping of granite stone that's sticking out is kind of by itself, and then
Okay.
you've got some a little further away. So you would have to go over to that area and look for it.
Do I sense any kind of magical influence in the area?
Well, you do sense magic within, but it feels like it's within the stones,
In the stones.
in the rock itself.
Okay.
If you have any direction, you can't really tell. So,
Yeah, I was thinking maybe the door was hidden and I could do dispel magic.
I gotcha.
Could it be covered in snow if they don't use that route long enough? It could be covered.
I mean, you can look.
Yeah, I'll start like pushing the snow off in the rock.
Okay, on the surface of the rock
Yeah.
itself, or on the ground, or
On the ground too.
okay. So the head group is Reedy, W or N,
Muriel and
Muriel,
Esmeralda.
and Esmeralda. And the head group, I'm going to let you guys that are part of the head group, you're half of the head group, talk about, because you can see them now. They're kind of on this side, so you guys would be waiting for some sort of information from them, right?
Yeah. We're just gonna wait for it to see if we hear anything from them.
I'm going to send my imp up high to see if maybe there's an entrance.
Maybe it's
like,
higher up on the
higher up
cliffs.
from like the base of the cliff.
Okay, go ahead and so it's an imp.
Yeah, so
So
it's
you're
gonna
flying
fly.
up. Okay, go ahead and roll. And you're looking through its eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I'm assuming you would add your perception.
didn't roll that high. 8 plus my.
Perception.
Or investigation or something along that line.
What did you roll?
I rolled an 8, but I'd probably add like perception. No, it's insight. It's +3, but
So it's 11.
that's not.
It would be his passive perception.
Yeah, I don't think oh, 11. Passive perception is 11.
11? Okay. So the imp is flying up. Now, remember, there is some light coming out of the mouth,
Yeah.
okay? So that implies that there's something in there, and it's not torches. You can tell it's not torches. It's you're all
Probably
kind
fire
of,
or
as
something.
the head group is, or the mouth group, I'm sorry, I keep getting this wrong, is looking. Muriel is looking at you all, and she says, those are not torches. Because we would see like smoke coming out, right? And it would flicker. It's not flickering. So the light kind of ebbs and flows and comes back. It's a more steady throb. So as your imp goes up, and it starts to circle around on top of these things, it can see over to this side. It sees like what looks like a plateau. It's an area that is leveled out, and it can see some shapes. So I assume it's going to go down because it goes closer. There is what looks to be like logs that are sort of in a circle, a semicircle around an area, and in the middle of the area it looks to be like an area that it's got snow on it, but it's also it's thinner, so it looks like it's darker ground. But you can also see, as you look at it, you can see blood-soaked ground. So there is almost like an area there of like this mini arena. I guess we would call it that, like something where there's like fighting or something that goes on there. You can tell there's blood-soaked ground, and there's obviously areas where these logs are meant to be like seating, or people stand on it, or something's going on in that area. So that would indicate to you what?
That
There's activity.
Yeah,
there.
there is activity.
So that means they got to get there.
Yeah.
Right.
Which means it's probably an entrance into the cave from there.
So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna have I'm gonna tell the others that I see some sort of arena thing on the top of the cave area.
How high is the
Plateau.
plateau?
It's like right up over here in this area. So it's like halfway up
I can
the
climb.
side of the mountain itself. And the mountain itself is, it's sticking up. I mean, I'm going to say, they didn't give me dimensions, so I'm going to say it's like a 7-8 story building. It's tall. It's very tall.
Okay.
So that's about 5 stories up.
Yeah.
I can climb it.
But as you're circling,
Can
okay,
you fly?
a little bit more.
Yeah.
I can
It's
fly.
fine.
There you go.
So as
He can carry
you're
people.
circling that area, your imp does see that there looks to be like some of that soft glow of light coming, and you can now sort of see what looks like a crack or an area of light coming through, which looks like it's some sort of entryway in at the top.
Okay, I see.
It comes out to this open arena area.
I do see an entrance from the arena area, though we would have to find a way to get you guys up.
I can jump.
I can climb.
I can jump triple my distance.
I can climb and jump as
it's like
easily as I can
80
walk
So
or
if you
run.
look at this thing, it's probably something you can climb. It's just I'm not sure what your climbing ability is. Or if you've got
I can
fly.
climb just as fast as I can walk or run
I could,
because of a perk.
I
from
could just
Halloween.
fly up and tie a rope around a rock, and you guys can just climb the rope
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
All right,
My climbing
I'm
speed's
gonna
basically
fly
the same
up.
as my walking or running speed.
Okay, so you're gonna do that? You're gonna try to fly up yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Lazarus
fly
is-
up. Yep.
Okay, Stark is gonna fly up.
Yeah, Lazarus is gonna fly up.
Okay, Stark's flying up there, and you've got a rope, and
Yep.
so you're gonna try to find something you
Yeah, I'm
can
gonna
screw the rope to.
I'm gonna find like either a rock or
Yeah,
even
that's
one of
fine.
the logs or something like that and tie it onto it.
The logs are not quite heavy enough for a
Okay, so I'm gonna do like one of the rocks.
No, I
They're
can
big
climb it.
logs,
I
they're
can
big
climb
logs,
it.
But
I can climb it.
Yeah.
Grutz is gonna start climbing up.
all we're gonna do is roll to make sure that you
Okay.
basically, are you a climber of any kind?
Yeah, and I even got a
You should be able
special.
to
I got a
use your
special
dexterity as
bonus
well.
in Halloween
Yeah, W.
to where disadvantaged environments like climbing or difficult
Oh, okay.
terrain don't affect me.
You may not have to do that then.
Yeah.
W is gonna cast.
Because at that point, it's exactly the
Yeah.
same as you as walking.
Yeah.
W is gonna cast Cat's Grace on himself, so he has advantage on dexterity checks, and he doesn't take damage from falling.
Okay, that's good.
Look at that. I'll just roll. it.
15 plus 4, 19.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You're fine. So I guess the only.
I mean, I rolled an 18.
Yeah, you're fine. So the only thing is Stark.
He flies.
You're just gonna fly?
Yeah, I can fly.
Okay. How many times can you fly?
3 times today.
Okay, I was just gonna say, I don't know if you want to use it.
Well, you know what? I'll try to climb. Why not?
I don't know. Well, it's up to
Didn't you climb up to put the
Oh,
rope in,
I
right?
did.
So you
fly
already
up there.
climbed-
I
he
already
already
flew
flew
up
once.
to tie the rope.
Okay.
So he's already up.
Yeah.
You're up there.
Yeah,
so
already up.
You did. Okay. All right. So the mouth, or what's the mouth group? So you guys see them going off to the side, and you're kind of watching to see what they're doing, and then you start to see them climbing.
We're just gonna, we're just
I'm
gonna wait.
I'm gonna send my imp.
That was a great line.
I'm
Did you
gonna-
guys hear?
Yeah, he didn't know the ass was on top.
The ass is on top.
Yeah.
Maybe its pose is off. Maybe it's
I'm
like
gonna-
this with its ass
Okay.
up.
I'm gonna send my imp
Face down,
over
ass
to
up.
them.
Yeah,
Right
And
again.
yeah.
then we found
Face
an
down, ass
entrance.
up.
Hold on.
The dragon's face down, ass up.
Okay.
The wolf.
No, it's a dragon.
It's a wolf.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Alright, well,
That's great. What were you saying?
I'm gonna send my imp down to inform them that we found an entrance through the we found like a plateau on top that can lead to an entrance into the cave.
Does the imp talk?
Yes, it can talk.
Oh, can talk. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It actually has like +5 to persuasion as well.
Oh, okay.
So that you can
I mean, it's a demon. It has to be persuasive.
yeah.
So it's probably got some sort of voice.
Yeah.
So you have to talk like that.
Yeah.
Mike can
My father would hear about this.
Yeah.
it's me and him.
It's up on the plateau.
I like that voice. I say we go for
Okay,
it.
so go ahead.
Oh, hello there, being. My master told me to let you know there's an entrance on the plateau.
It's 5 years old.
Ahead of your
That's
plan.
like, horrible.
I'm gone now. Goodbye, peasants.
All right.
That is
Okay.
disturbing.
So, all right. So
I imagine, because I've been playing the Oblivion remake, and I imagine it comes out of a little fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah.
oh my god. All
He
right.
has a little top hat, too.
God.
All right. So
we should just go in now, right?
the other group
Yeah.
is going to head. So you're going to crawl. Esmeralda suggests staying low, but you don't have to crawl because if you
Yeah.
fall on the ground,
Roger,
you're going to knock off with the snow. So the open jaws form. It's like a 15-foot high canopy of
He
rocks
fit.
over the mouth of the maw. Huh?
I said he fits.
And it's held up by natural pillars of rock. The ceiling rises to a height of
top.
25 feet inside the cave. So there's these small clusters of amber light that are dotting the walls, and you can see them. They kind of glow, and they come back and forth. It's a faint glow. And as you're looking in through, I'll kind of move us forward again to where we were. You can see. Oh, so this is what you saw up at the top.
Oh,
Okay. Kind of gives you a better idea of what that was like. So, in the cave itself, as you're coming up to it, you guys can see that inside there is like a ledge. Okay, let me move back a little bit. So you can kind of see in there, and you can see the glowing, and you can see the ledge. And as you can also hear up ahead. You can see that the cave splits to the left and the right. So you can see there's a split, and then there's this sort of raised plateau right at the front. And on the plateau, you can see 2 figures. And the figures, one is kind of slouching down, and the other is standing. And they're looking, and they have spears. You can see. So Esmeralda's going to say,
Werewolf need a spear.
she's going to say, let's split up to both sides. So, does that sound good? You are boss, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so if we split up
You're the
different
professional.
corners of the sides of the mouth.
We don't have to. You could just say that we're whispering.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'll say
lazy.
whispering.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it adds to the atmosphere if we're talking like this.
It might not pick us up.
Yeah, exactly.
You can hear us. You're the
can't
one.
hear
You
you.
can't hear me?
No.
Okay. All right. So we're
Need to
gonna.
take my ears
We'll
out.
just have to sneak crawl in. They're going to see that area, so we're going to have to time it because you can see that they're actually although they're standing right there and they have full view of the opening and they're going to see anybody that walks in, they're actually kind of turned and looking and talking to each other. So they're having some sort of conversation, you can tell. All right, so
Could throw a rock. Distract them.
We don't want to put them on high alert though.
But it's just a rock.
But then they'd be like, why did a rock get thrown?
Rocks fall from things all the time.
it's not a bad idea. You want to do it outside and make them come outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we do that outside, they come outside, we would have to rush in behind them.
Yeah. Like in Star Wars.
So Muriel says, I can stay outside. When they come out, I can change, and they'll see me change, and I can fly.
Yeah.
So they can come.
Then they'll think
draw
it's a
them away.
bird.
I can
That
draw
sounds
them
good.
away. Right.
Yeah.
So I'll be a bird. I'll have changed already. I'll be a raven. And they're gonna wonder what the hell I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Does that sound
That
good?
works.
Okay. So you guys.
Easy distraction.
So Muriel says she's going to go to the right side of the mouth, and so Esmeralda says we'll go to the left side of the mouth. So, and Muriel says, when I get done, I'm going to go up to where ass is.
Okay.
I'll go with ass.
Okay.
All right. So you guys approach. As you come up, you hear them talking, and one of them says,
I hate guard duty.
Me too. She says,
It sucks ass.
She says it's a meal for old wolves with no teeth. That elk runs too long, and by the time you catch it, you're half dead, and it tastes like fear and sweat. A goat just dies with clean taste. And the other says, maybe you prefer easy meals as the Yanka, like the pups who chase rabbits and they think they've conquered the world. An elk will test you. So you can see they're arguing, actually having an argument. And this is what the first one looks like,
Damn. It's kind of cute.
and that's the second.
Damn! Even better.
So they're arguing.
Why'd you make 'em hot?
Huh?
Why'd you make them hot? Now I don't want to distract them.
Now
I want to be the distraction. Hell!
I didn't make.
I heard you're looking
pictures.
for a piece of meat.
I had you look
Michael,
for 5
turn
feet of
the
meat.
camera so we can see what he's talking. So,
I like
sorry.
that girl.
Sorry.
Yeah, goddamn, there's a third one I saw.
Yeah, there's a third one. but
She gave us a bunch of cute wolf girls. Thanks a lot.
That's why you want to be in the den.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Alright,
I'll
that's
get
good.
bit for
Time
that.
for me to be the distraction.
All right, so
Oh,
you can
good
hear
hit.
them arguing. So Esmeralda is like,
Throw the rock.
Okay.
this side. I gotta come out.
Yeah.
Gotta go the other way.
Yeah.
Right? So you guys are pressed up to the rock itself.
Yeah.
W
And
no,
then
Reedy.
Reedy.
Hang on, who's got the best?
Ready.
No, Reedy has to be near the door. to
yeah,
throw the
Reedy
rock.
has to be near the door.
Do we want strength though? Someone who could throw the rock a little farther or harder?
and has 7 strength.
I have 9.
But throwing rocks is
What's wrong with
dexterity.
this picture?
12.
Throwing rocks is dexterity.
12.
Oh,
More
16.
You do want to throw the rock so right like it hits the wall.
Yeah.
Making noise with the
Yeah.
rock.
Making
So it is
noise.
a hard throw. More than a dexterous throw, I would say, than a finesse throw.
How strong is she?
Who?
Muriel?
Esmeralda?
Esmeralda.
She's a 14.
Looks like you're throwing.
Okay, I throw her.
I don't
would
work
never
out very
guess.
much.
I would never guess.
I'm a
fucking
what?
giant. Okay.
I'm good with it.
Yeah. Which is nothing. Okay.
I'm this tall because I need to be a satellite.
Fuck the rock. Can you make like a weather sound?
Oh, I might be able to. Do I have like a
You
weird?
have a cantrip of some sort?
Yeah, I might have something.
You must have like a sound count to it.
I'm gonna look and see what she's got.
Do you have a cantrip?
I can
that
check
we
my
can-
cantrips.
Let me see what I got.
She's got a mage hand. I wonder, can I do the mage
Oh,
hand?
yeah, you can pick up
Maybe
a
I can
rock.
pick up the rock
What
itself.
happened to my?
You can make it throw the rock too.
I can make it throw the rock.
Wait,
You
Yeah.
can make the mage hand hit the rock against
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
cave.
thinking. I'll actually just take it and
Yeah.
put it on the wall.
Wait, how did you sort this? This is.
Or if someone has minor illusion,
What did
like
you do?
I switched it to my character.
This guy
and then I went to
does.
my
You
favorites.
could use that to distract the guards.
Oh,
by
it's our
creating
fourth
an illusion.
Who has
You
it?
did that.
I do.
You got Gust,
Yeah.
Mold Earth,
Yeah, I'm up on
Ray of
that.
Frost, Shape
Maybe
Water.
N?
But we don't want Thunderclap.
Do you have any kind of illusions?
You don't have anything.
You don't have anything?
Let me see.
What does that fucking mean?
Me
Give me a drink too, Michael.
You mean call my spell though, like the
You
weather.
I can do it with the mage hand.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
I do
It
have.
doesn't have anything?
Technically, I have mold earth, so I could use that to make a sound instead.
Mold Earth.
And can have Harry Houdini knock on the wall.
Couldn't you just mold Earth a
I think we need
distance?
some big noise.
Couldn't he?
Ow.
Couldn't he
Yeah.
use mold Earth a distance away to make it look like there's a person far away and make them come out and look?
That's kind of what we were trying to do. Make them not only come out to look, but chase them.
Yeah, just use mold Earth, do a formation that looks like a human from far away. So when they
There you
look
go.
far away, they see what looks like a
Is
human
that
and
a
run
cantrip
over.
for you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, that means you can cast it at any time. So that
Yeah.
sounds like a good idea.
Okay, I'll just do that.
Then
No,
how-
make a man. Make a figure out of the dirt standing out there.
I can make footprints in the dirt.
We don't have to worry about that. They're stupid.
Uh.
So we just need to make a noise to make them come out and see that.
They
They
should
can
piss
run
off
over
the
to
two.
them.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And then and see they're gonna wonder what the.
you know
They're
what
gonna
you
know
do?
somebody's around.
No, you know what you do as well though? You piss on it with your piss, so it has your scent.
That's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea. We want to make a noise, but not associate it with anything. Now that-
We're making it more complicated. Just,
Yeah,
we're just
making-
throw the rock.
Let's just throw the rock. We are making it more complicated. Okay. All right. So she's going to create a mage hand, and the mage hand she's going to create it. It'll pick up a fairly decent sized rock across the way, and she's going to have it throw the rock on the wall, and then she's going to make it pick up another rock and kind of hit the wall with it too.
Yeah.
So as they're arguing, you can hear them, and they're talking about you hunt out because you're too clumsy to catch anything, and the other one says you're better than clumsy than lazy goat glutton. There you hear this wham with the rock hits, and you can see your guys are pushed up against the wall, so they stop immediately talking, and they immediately it goes quiet. You can tell it goes quiet, and then you can hear the hand. She's making the hand kind of whack against the wall, and then you're okay. Let me make sure. Oh, big time. Okay, yeah. They both not only do they go running, but they actually shapeshift.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you can hear them. You can hear some stretching and scrunching and all that stuff. And it takes a little bit, of noise, and then coming out is two figures. You can see them dash out, and they're loping on both arms and hands. So they're almost like 4-footed, and they're loping along. So Esmeralda's goes.
We're gonna go.
She's gonna go. Okay, so you guys go in,
Yes.
and inside is this. Okay, so they're showing torches, but the thing that I was using. This is the rock they were on. So you've got two ways to go. You got the left or the right.
You want to roll dice? The dice has never failed us.
We don't just have a coin.
So as you guys
Oh, we do
run
have a
in,
coin.
I think it's the same side. The same side. Of
No, one's an owl and one's a scroll.
Okay.
Scroll is left, owl's right.
All right.
We're going right.
We're going to the right.
Okay, so Esmeralda rolled right as well, and I don't think it matters what Muriel rolls. She actually rolls left, so I'm going to have her go left.
Isn't
Okay.
Muriel going outside?
No, because you guys use the hand.
Oh, we use the hand instead. Okay.
You use the hand to make the noise.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you want her to follow something. We didn't make them the person, so yes, let's
Yeah.
go with that.
Okay.
That. So she'll
Shapeshift,
she'll
and
shapeshift before the hand starts doing its stuff, and she's gone over to that side.
Because I thought she was going to join the ass crew.
She's going to, Okay, so
It's a more
You-
convincing thing.
okay, so you guys run in. So yeah, it's a more convincing that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because now they have something to report.
You have something to chase too.
Yeah.
A bird.
So let me.
Should I bring the rope or should I just leave it there? So we have a way.
So you
I
guys
would
go
bring the
in.
Okay.
Bring
Let
it.
me- Okay. Okay, you guys move to the right, and as you do, you can see above, right, to kind of in front of you, you can see that there's this underground spring. It looks like water. A gash in the rocky ceiling allows the gray light and cold drizzle of the outdoors to seep into this dank cave lit by yellow clumps of fungus. So that's what you see around that's glowing, is this fungus stuff, where an underground spring forms a pool of water, roughly 40 feet across and 10 feet deep. A 5-foot-high ledge to the north overlooks the pool. So that's up over here.
Okay.
A similar ledge spans the eastern wall. I'm sorry, that one was over here, and there's one over here as well, with a rough-hewn staircase that's leading up to it, and a few crates sit above the top there. There's a ripple that's kind of running across the lake itself, or the pool itself.
Fish.
As you are moving through this area, you can hear snoring, and it's kind of coming from the left-hand side. So you guys went to the right-hand side, you hear some snoring, but you can also hear some snoring up ahead of you as well.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
We're just gonna keep going.
I'm just going to keep going? Okay,
Commit
so
to the
you've
bit.
got this reflection pool.
Well, I guess we can look at it, see what's in there.
You're going to look into the pool?
Sure. what's
So
in
you
there?
look into the pool, and
See treasure. No.
you see yourself, your face in it,
Oh my goodness.
but with your eyes are like black,
Ooh.
and you've got golden irises
Ooh.
that look like they're canine irises, and oily black fur is covering your skin,
Ooh.
and you've got this terrible snarl
It's your
that's
persona.
splitting your face, literally from ear to ear,
It's your persona.
like this.
I don't like that. I'm gonna get away from the water. Fuck
Okay, you
that.
gotta move
That's
away,
scary.
back away
Yeah.
from
That's
the
water.
water.
Creepy.
Okay.
Maybe the water infects you.
Yeah.
It probably.
I think we're
does.
just gonna continue up.
Yeah, you want to look?
No.
No.
Not gonna look. Okay. So if you continue onward up there this way, you can tell there's some deep snoring going on up there.
I'm gonna sneak past him.
You gonna try to sneak?
Yeah. Well,
go up
Yeah.
the stairs?
I'm assuming. That's what
Okay,
we're
I
gonna
need
have
you guys
do.
to roll. Let's see. Okay, so it says a group dexterity stealth check. So I need one of you to decide to roll, and I need you to beat a 14.
So group is done two ways. One
The
person
average.
can roll for the group, or everyone can roll, and
I
the
know.
more people who roll the highest, whoever the majority determines what
So
happens.
what do you want to do? That's what
I say we do majority, just because Mike rolls bad.
Okay. Do you want me to do it, or do you want? I am an NPC.
Yeah,
so
you should do it too.
You want me to? I was gonna say I shouldn't roll.
9
Okay, I
plus
rolled,
whatever the stealth
rolled a
is.
fucking 5.
Well, we all failed.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
9 plus
All right,
1.
Okay.
I got a 10.
So
Well, I got an 11.
I couldn't have done worse.
Everyone.
All right.
What's the sneak wasn't on the table to begin with.
All right. So
Mouth team's gonna die.
the floor is covered with gnarled bones. There's a smoldering campfire at the far
We were
end.
never meant for sneaking.
There's an old scrawny wolf that's lined up, curled up by
You
the
can- you
fire.
can kick its head
His
in.
is turned away from you. All right. Let's see. So as you guys start to try to move by him slowly, he's kind of covered up with some tattered like furs and such. But he is an old man. You can see he's kind of bald on top. He's got long hair, and he's rather old. And as you are walking by him, his breaths are shallow and slow, and there's like small puffs of steam of air coming into the chilly air. It's dull. His fur is matted and dirty, and his ribs are visible beneath his thin hide. So his head snaps up, and he looks up towards you. He's got 3 swollen cuts that slice across his cheek. Their edges are crusted with dried blood. His eyes are milky white and unseeing, staring blankly ahead. He's like staring around.
Poppy?
And his nostrils, you can see his nostrils are flaring up. His ears are twitching rapidly in the cold air, and they flatten against his skull. And he's like this, and then he goes,
Have on us.
Kill him. Fast.
What do you
Which
have?
character are you?
I'm
he
Ed.
says,
Oh, go.
Polymorph me.
I don't have
You
polymorph.
don't? Oh, you're N. Fuck.
I'm N.
Yeah, you left that guy in the ass.
I suppose to you that.
Esmeralda says. He's blind.
Oh, he's blind.
It's me, your daughter.
Did one of the girls say their names?
No. Talk to him. Reedy.
Talk to him.
Talk to him.
Talk guttural.
Hmm.
Werewolf.
Talk like Grutz talk. That's how werewolves probably sound.
He's it's me. Oh. Me. Me. It was me. You know. How do you not remember me? What the fuck? I take care of you all the time. Not feeling good today, sorry. How are you? Not feeling good. You bring me food? Not yet. Why not? Why you come? They just left. They'll be back. Come out. Why you disturb me? Accident. Why you ache? Accident. What accident? I didn't mean to wake you up. Harry. You're very clumsy. You stink. I'll give you part of my bush. You smell funny. Don't worry about it.
What's your persuasion? Oh, your
Yeah.
persuasion.
Yeah, your persuasion's high, so you might
Yeah,
be
my
able to
persuasion's
persuade
high.
him.
Yeah, you want
Convince
It's a
him.
roll.
Bad
You can
bathroom.
say something and roll.
Bad bathroom.
Huh?
Bad bathroom.
Bad bathroom?
Bad
Say
bathroom.
the elk got
Oh,
you.
bad bathroom?
Yeah, bad bathroom.
Say the elk got you.
I had the poopies.
Yeah,
You
bad
need-
bathroom
Yeah, you need
problems.
to say something and
Say
try
like
to...
the
Yeah,
elk.
bad bathroom
Say the
problems.
elk gave you bathroom issues.
Sure, elk. It doesn't matter if it's the elk or not.
But
Who
then he
cares?
knows that you hunted
The elk
elk.
fucked my
I don't
asshole
know
up.
what I hunted. He doesn't need to know what I hunted. Bad bathroom translates in all languages.
Yeah, but it's more convincing if you.
The longer
It's
you
more like
spin
a
a
wolf.
tail, the more
Bad
convincing
meat.
it be.
I'll just say bad meat.
Bad meat?
Yeah, bad meat.
Bad meat. Bad bathroom.
Okay, I need you guys to... You're not... You
You
guys...
should
Is that what you're going
persuasion.
to say? I need you to try to do something persuasive. If that's what you want to say, that's fine, but you need to roll your
Yeah,
persuasion.
roll persuasion.
If you can come up with something better, I'll give you a better chance on your roll. But bad bathroom doesn't say too much.
I said ate
understand.
bad meat, bad bathroom.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I smell weird. Took a fat shit.
Well,
Is that what you want me to say?
yeah.
Okay, I'll say it that
Yeah, be
way.
more descriptive.
Say fat shit.
Huge shit, disgusting. Ugh. More liquid than shit.
Okay.
My leg's
Gives
shaky.
me something to work with.
My leg's weak because of shit. I can barely
I
move.
need him to do it.
Okay, well yeah, that.
So what I rolled,
Doesn't smell elk. Smell.
I didn't say elk.
Oh.
I said bad meat.
Roll your persuasion.
Smells bad.
17
Plus whatever your persuasion
plus 5.
22.
He's convinced. Oh, he's convinced. It don't matter.
okay.
17. I don't need the plus.
Okay. He says,
He's as convinced as ever.
Esmeralda says, Esmeralda reaches into her, let me check. Yeah, that's fine.
Esmeralda, I did the work here.
So she's going to hand you some beef jerky.
Okay.
She's,
I'll give it some to him.
so you're going to hand it to him.
Yeah.
So he smells, and you can see he's like reaching, and he's like reaching up, and you can see his arms are very thin and skinny, and he's got scars, and he's all gnarly. And like I said, he's got these 3 big deep gashes
Yeah,
in his
I know, he's
face
creepy
that are
looking.
all bloody and such. His hair is all wild
Yeah,
and
I know.
shit. Got a big huge beard, and he's like reaching. Food.
Yeah, I'll dangle it into his hand.
You're gonna give it to him?
Yeah, I'll dangle it
So
into
he
his hand.
takes it and he ravenously starts eating it and shoving it in, even though you can see pain on his face from these gashes in his
Yeah.
cheeks, and they're starting
He
to
got
bleed
beat
a
up
little bit.
recently.
So
Poor guy.
he's like shoving it in his mouth.
Yeah.
He's not even hardly chewing it. He's just But you can see as he's chewing it, you can see he starts to like change from a man. You can see that he's starting to like morph into like his snout supposedly starts sticking out a little bit.
Yeah, that's
So you
interesting.
can see and tell that he is a lycan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I could have figured that.
Well, yeah, he's hanging around. Well, you never know, right?
I guess.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to say or do?
Fuck,
No,
I want
we're
to get the
gonna
hell away
go.
from that guy. I'll just tell him more later.
More later.
Yeah, more later.
He's like looking at you, and he's like smelling you. He says, "Good. Okay, I need you to roll. We need to do another group roll, and we need to beat a. This time we need to beat 15 for stealth. I got a fucking 11.
20, not 20.
Okay, all right. You don't have to.
I also got a 20.
He got a nat 20 as well.
Okay, all right. So he takes the food and he kind of he's like sitting there and he's looking around. He can tell he's like looking over towards N and Esmeralda, but he's looking past you, looking through. But you can see he's like smelling. He's got his nostrils flaring and such. And he's looking back towards your way, and he says, "More." And he reaches his hand out.
I'm gonna reach my hand out to her.
So she's gonna fucking reach into the bag. She says, "I don't have anything left." Oh God, she gives you a piece of rope. She says, "That's all I got." Piece of
But
rope.
I say we just go. We rolled 2 nat 20s. We should.
Yeah, I don't know. They're kind of bullshit, to be honest.
He's
Get the
just
fuck away
he's
from
just
him.
panholding.
We just go.
Yeah, fuck
He's
this guy.
panholding. He's panholding.
We're just gonna go.
Yeah, fuck him.
He's like
Okay.
he's like the person who's
This is
like
bullshit.
change.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. We rolled 2 20s.
I didn't say anything.
I'm
telling
getting the
you,
fuck away from
he's
this.
He's
asking for
panholding.
more.
He's
He doesn't get any
panholding.
more. I told him more later.
Okay.
I already told him more later.
All right.
He's weak. He's old. This
I
is
don't
the
care.
werewolf clan.
Yeah,
He
fuck
means
this guy.
nothing.
So
He's a
as
peon.
as you're starting to move forward, are you going to move forward beyond this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, as you start to move forward, you hear behind you, you can hear 2 voices now talking, and they're making noises like this, and you can hear, "I swear there was something there," and you can hear another voice saying, "I saw it fly away, and it's a bird. What's a raven doing here at this height, at this time of night? I still say it's odd." And the other one's like, "Hey, just go back in and sit, and I will look around inside."
Damn it.
Okay, so you can hear that. That's the 2 coming back. Okay, so you can move further along. I don't have you guys on here. So as you move further along up this way, move out. Okay. So you come back to where there's a bunch of these boxes and stuff, and that's it. It's done.
Oh.
There's no
So
more path.
there's no more path.
God damn it.
So there's just these boxes up there against the wall, and this old man is laying sort of over onto the side here. So Esmeralda says, "We're gonna have to either go through the water to the other side, or we're gonna have to go down, and we're gonna have to sneak around on this platform that's over here."
How far is the gap from the water?
Yeah, how far is the gap? The water to the.
I don't think we're going to want to go in the water. It's going to wash the blood
No,
off.
I know.
gap.
Like
What-
the
how far
spacing.
from the land to the water to the other side? How far is it?
How far across is the water?
Because you
So
said you
this
have to
is-
go across the water, right?
Oh,
How,
across
what's
water,
the distance?
It looks like it's just like, well, it butts up here against a, kind of like a cliff.
Because
So
it's-
really, the only path to go back is this way.
Yeah. The only way to go is back.
Because you could
There
technically
is an
chomp.
opening over here,
Yeah, Chunky
Okay.
is being very sneaky.
but this is like a solid wall going way up. So you're going to have to either go back this way, and
Here, I need to look at.
you're going to have to deal with the 2 that have returned. Somehow deal with them again, or you can go through the water. So Esmeralda
Well,
says,
the water isn't good
Yeah, we can't.
because
go
it
through
takes the mud
water.
off.
Yeah.
"Oh, that's right."
Mm-hmm.
So she says, I can try to do another mage hand outside.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to
Yeah,
do.
we're just gonna do the same thing again.
Do you have rope?
Sucks.
I can't see what's going on.
Do any of you guys have rope?
Is there like a way to kind of climb along the
Do you have rope,
cliff?
Sarah?
No.
You know,
So you
and
could mage hand a rope to the other side and
like
make like a pulley system.
We can flatten up against it and kind of slide along
Right.
the wall or something.
No, these are sheer. These are sheer.
No, I don't have any.
That's okay.
No,
I'm trying
okay.
to see if I can
Do you have
show
rope, Mike?
No. Weather with it.
You can make
I
a
have
pull.
rope.
Since she has mage hand, you could drag rope across the place, tie it to the other side of the mage hand, and then you can try and use it to go across the water.
So you can. Here we go. I'm just going to show you kind of what you're. So you can see how it's this.
Oh, that's not that big of a gap. It's like 10 feet, 15 feet.
If I look at the map right here.
But find the thinnest point. Look at the corner
The
over there.
problem
Michael,
is,
to
the
there.
problem is, you've got sheer cliff on this side. You've got sheer rock, and if you get into the water, you are going to wipe off your butt. That's the big problem. You guys are right. So the only other option is to go toward back this way and then down this other side. So this Merelda said, like, I think I can still do the.
Yeah, we're just gonna do that. We can just do it.
Okay, all right.
There's nothing
So-
else we can do.
So as you guys are coming down the steps back here, and you're kind of sticking to the side of the wall, Esmeralda's going to go ahead and cast it, and she's just by memory, she's just going to fish around for something that she can eat, maybe a rock or something, but she's mostly just going to hit the hand on the wall again. You can see as the one is starting to climb up onto this, jump up onto this platform, it immediately jumps back down and it says, "I hear something again." And so they turn around. The other one was going up the other side. So they both again run outside. So that gives you the opportunity to run down
Yeah, we're gonna do
this
that.
channel
Yeah.
and go up this way. So go ahead and roll a. Okay, we're gonna do group again, and we need to beat
16.
Okay, so you're okay.
Doesn't matter.
As you go rolling around this corner here, this front part, you come into what is an open space. It's a big open space, and in this space, you see 4 bodies laying on the ground. Wolves. These are wolves now, laying on the ground themselves.
Are they sleeping?
Yeah, you're hearing snoring sounds.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Just-
beyond them is
Yeah.
what you can see is there's a steps off to the right. This is sort of a rectangular looking room, and mostly it's filled with like bones and the bodies of the 4 wolves. And then as you look again, you can see there are 4 larger. So the 4 are wolves. And then you see 4 more bodies, and those are like humanoid. So they're much bigger than the wolf and the wolves themselves.
We're just gonna try to sneak past
Yeah.
them again.
Okay, so let me get the number here. Here's the magic number. Where is it here? Okay, to sneak past this area without disturbing the wolves, you gotta succeed on a DC 19 dexterity self-check. Jesus, that's high. This is slumbering wolves, and yeah,
Okay, I'm
this
gonna
is it.
bonus action use my my subclass feat so I can get advantage on my dexterity checks.
Thank God. Wait a minute, let me check.
Sneak is dexterity.
Okay, she gets a plus. Oh God.
Okay, 15 plus. Oh, I rolled a 17. That doesn't beat it. 19 is high.
19 is
19
really
is
high.
impossible.
It's not impossible.
It's not impossible
It's
because I had a plus 4. But
It's what happens when we don't have a rogue in the
I rolled
party.
fucking 3.
Yeah.
What'd you roll, Mike? Did you roll?
You don't want to know.
I got a 17.
Okay. So we didn't make it. So
We never do.
well, yeah. Okay, so that means these things are starting to wake up.
Time to
So
fight.
now what we're going to have to do is
Rush up the stairs.
is that what we do?
Yeah. The fuck else are we gonna do?
We're going to rush up the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Rather rush up them before they see us, right?
Yeah.
Just because we stirred them doesn't mean they saw us.
Interesting.
When the A
We're
team,
fast enough.
when the A team becomes the ass team becomes the A team.
I'm gonna
the
cast
best team.
disguise self.
Okay, so... Okay, because I was going to say, it says if they hear... Okay, so if they hear or perceive you or see you. So the wolves are waking up.
I'm gonna cast disguise self, and I'm gonna disguise myself as the lady who is standing.
Okay, one of the ladies.
One of the
standing.
ladies on guard.
Okay, what's Reedy gonna do? Reedy, nice.
Run up the fucking stairs. I don't know.
8'2". Reedy, huh?
I'm gonna run up the fucking stairs. I got nothing. Well, weather with it.
Okay.
Well, you have stuff. Let's see what you got.
No.
Let's see what you got.
I don't have anything.
You got fog cloud.
Yeah, I was thinking of that, but how does a fog cloud go into a cave?
You have misty step.
I was thinking of that too. But Muriel doesn't. Or
No,
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Whichever one's with us. Muriel's the raven. Can I bring some of this?
So
I know, I don't
she's
mechanically
gonna cast a spell, and she's gonna go invisible. Esmeralda is just gonna blink out.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Misty Step so that I can transport myself up the stairs.
Okay, and you can go what, 60 feet?
30.
Is it only 30?
You teleport up to 30 feet.
Okay. So you guys come in 5, 10 feet.
I guess
You're fine.
I can probably use a.
You're fine.
Okay.
Let me see very quickly.
That was pretty useless, huh?
What do you mean?
Looking at my character sheet.
Let's
No,
see
no,
if
no,
you
no,
have
no, no,
anything.
no.
I never
You
had
did, no, you
anything.
did good. So you're gonna move up these stairs and up past this area. This is the area, and right down here. So you're gonna move up these steps, 30 feet.
Have fun persuading them.
Oh,
Actually,
I'm just gonna pretend I'm walking and doing my shift.
Aren't you supposed to be at the front?
Man, good job, front team.
the mouth.
Yeah, we're fucking up left and right. Isn't it great?
Well, we were gonna we
No,
were
not
meant for
really.
sneaking.
No, not really.
We've alerted everyone possible.
I believe you.
What are you talking about?
I believed in the front
We
team.
did fail all of them, didn't
Yes,
did.
we failed them
we? No,
all.
we didn't fail the
Sneak-
last.
sneak-
You did fine on the last
Sneaking
one.
isn't
If
sneaking
you
isn't our
hadn't- If
thing.
you hadn't done what you did on the first one, that guy would have done something too. So you did succeed on something. Okay.
He still detected us.
This is meant for people who have passed without trace.
detected you were there, but he didn't know what was going on. So she blinks out, and you go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet.
Mhm.
And you look like
One of the guards.
one of the guards. Okay. So the wolves,
Heard a noise, so you're checking it out.
and here we go, which is good. I rolled very low. So the wolves are going to look up and look over, and they're lethargic because I guess they're very hungry, and they sort of growl. One of them sort of barks slightly, and then they just kind of shuffle, and one of them's going to get up and sort of move over and come over towards you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
it's kind of coming over to like smelling.
Give it a bone.
There's a cat. It's trying to smell at you.
Give it a bone.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna say I heard a noise. I'm gonna check over the area.
So you're talking to the wolf. This
Yeah.
is just a wolf.
Just
Now.
give the
It's
wolf a
not-
bone.
It's not one of the humanoid.
Oh.
It's just a little
It's
wolf.
just a wolf.
Give it a wolf.
I
Give it a
don't,
wolf.
I don't got a fucking bone.
There's bones all over the ground.
Oh, wow. Is there a bone on the ground?
Yeah, there's bones all over.
Yes.
Give it a bone. Give it a bone.
Okay.
The fuck else you do?
I don't know.
Run?
Yeah, I don't know because
It'll sit there and go home?
I guess
It looks
I'll
at you, but it's
I'll
kind of-
just look disinterested. I'm just gonna continue walking.
Okay, so you're just gonna walk up the steps.
Yeah. Why would I pay attention
Okay,
to the
let's
wolf?
see.
True.
You're just trying to bluff it.
And now he's
Yeah.
gonna walk
So
and roll.
okay,
It has to-
I'm rolling really bad.
Yeah,
So
me too.
I was
you're
gonna
lucky.
say,
I'm
yeah.
rolling 4.
Me too.
It has to make an intelligence check.
The wolf.
Yeah. If it
What?
because I have disguise self.
You're getting past it. It
No,
doesn't
I know,
matter.
but the wolf has low intelligence, so that's all I'm assuming he gets like.
Why would you make this
nothing.
harder for yourself?
No, just in
I-
case if he was
Yeah,
rolling.
I rolled.
He did.
Okay,
I
yeah,
rolled.
I
I
know.
rolled a 4.
Yeah, he already rolled.
It was
Why would you make him
over
roll
and
again?
smell
you.
You don't
Okay.
want him rolling
Because I
again.
can't smell you. It was gonna come over and smell you. But I
Yeah.
rolled.
That's what I meant when he
Poorly, so
rolled.
it
just
So
kind
it
of
was
indifferently
intelligence, so he
walking.
doesn't add anything.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. You guys are doing fine. You're
Okay.
doing fine.
Don't give him
Okay.
ideas.
I'm gonna keep that disguise.
That's
though.
enough.
Okay, so you're just gonna meander up this way.
Yeah.
Okay. You see though the shapes that are the things kind of move a little bit and roll, and you can tell it's humanoid, but they are wolves. Okay, so they are not human wolves; they're werewolves.
Okay.
Right? Okay, they turned over and stuff. They're the things that have been snoring a lot. Okay, all the snoring that you heard. You guys actually got away with it. Okay. Okay. So you go back this way. You actually got away with it. Okay. We did it. It's unfortunate who came through. Okay. So you guys that are up on the ass, just so you know, you are looking down, and in the hole, you go through the.
We
you
got
guys are gonna-
raided.
Huh?
We got raided. I feel bad.
What does that mean?
Damn,
It
it
means
means
a bunch of people.
it means
came on
someone
with,
told other people
Oh.
to come on.
Yeah.
No telling when we were raided.
Yeah. I have no idea what time.
So God knows what we were doing or what we were saying. Okay.
all sorts of stuff. probably.
So you guys can follow the pathway in a little
All the
bit,
pathway in.
Okay.
and you come in through.
Is there only one entrance into the cave, or is there like multiple?
Yes.
So that's a good question. How are you going to check for that?
I'm gonna look around the rock areas and look for any light coming out of any cracks.
So you saw the rock light area coming
Yeah.
this way. So
Is there another like
you're
in the other
flying,
direction?
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give it to you. Roll a 20 for me. Just don't roll shit, and I'll give it to you.
I got 19.
Okay, you did really well. So you can tell at the very top, there's a little bit of light coming out the very top as well. So you go up over the top and you look, huh?
It was an hour ago.
God, no telling what we were doing.
8:10.
We're probably talking about the ass and the man.
Yeah, we probably were.
We're talking about the ass and the man.
We were formulating how we were going to go in. So you can look down through this top, and as you look down through this
That's
top,
funny.
you can see the ice is dripping down.
Okay.
And down below you, you see a pool.
Oh.
You see this beautiful clear pool of water, and as you're looking down into the water, roll me a 20 again. Let's see if you see yourself.
4.
No, you don't. You can't see yourself. Your eyesight's a little weak, but you can tell that it's water down. That's too bad. I had another nice grimacing thing to say, but nobody wanted to fall for it. Anyway, you can tell there's water down there, and roll one more time for me.
14.
Okay, so you can slightly hear snoring.
Okay.
The snoring is really bad, just so you know. I mean, it's really, really bad. It would justify when you guys ran in going to the right and not to the left, which was where the snoring was coming
Yeah.
from. So,
No, this
How
guy
you-
sent us a message. He wants to collaborate. Click to accept. You should check that later.
I could be.
okay, so you can follow this back. So the tunnel you guys are walking through kind of moves. It goes down a little bit, and it's very thin. It's only one person can get through at a time. It is not very
Yeah.
wide at all. Is there anything else you want to look for?
Is there like any like you said the whole plateau area is like an arena, right?
You saw the imagery of it, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like something. It's a flat enough area and large enough where people can gather, and you've got these blood-stained areas there.
Okay. Is there no like maybe like a tent, buildings or anything?
Nothing like that at all. Nothing
Okay.
like that at all.
And there's no like, does it go up in like a certain direction, like higher up?
What?
Like, is there like any pathing to go somewhere else other than down into the crack?
No. That's
Okay.
just a one.
Okay,
Just a
I'm
one
gonna
path.
I'm gonna head back over. I'm gonna say I peeked into the crack and I noticed a pool
So
of
as
water.
you come down, as you're going down through this crack, you do start going into steps.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about the crack at the top?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I was gonna let them know about the little crack on the top. with
Okay.
the
I say
pool
we
of
don't
water.
go that way.
Yeah, we shouldn't go that way. I heard snoring, and that probably
Yeah,
means there's
no,
somebody
we
there.
should do the stairs.
Okay, we'll do
Yeah.
stairs.
Now we're gonna go down.
Okay, so you start
Oh,
following.
it cut out. It's probably needs to get memory needs to get deleted.
Yeah,
Richard, can you
we're
read
gonna
one?
Yeah, I
stop
can do
for
it.
some cookies.
It's not time anyway. It's like 9 something.
Why don't we go ahead and stop real fast, get some cookies, because that's a good break, and then I can tell you. Yeah, just press delete. What are you doing, Mike?
Messaging the person in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Everybody say hello to Tales of Eurasia.
Hello.
Hello.
Tales of Eurasia.
Eurasia.
A-R.
Aerysia.
Oh, okay. I thought, wow.
Eurasia.
We were raided by the Burly Earl.
That's cool.
Great name. That's a
Shit.
great name.
That's a great name.
Yeah, no, I feel bad.
Fuck, that's a good name.
Shit.
He sent us a little thing. The Burly Earl wants to collaborate. Click to accept. It was an hour ago. Stream together invites. I feel a little bad.
Is there a way you apologize and say we weren't looking and we were
Stream
too
together
busy
session
arguing?
Must be started by the Burly Earl for you to join them. Maybe just message them later.
You're way more on the etiquette than I am as to what you.
Just be nice to people.
Well, I can do that.
I followed him. I guess we also followed Tales of Eurasia. I don't remember that.
100 men versus the gorilla.
Pete is gonna be all up on his ass with that.
Okay,
Oh, wait, be a dude in a gorilla suit.
since we stopped off with,
Mike Tyson in there.
let's start us up officially. Start up again here.
We're good.
Are we started? We're back
Yeah.
after cookies and gorilla versus 100 men.
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
What do you call that question? A dumb question, or what do you call that? I don't know. It's
A dumb question. A hypothetical.
hypothetical question. Okay. He said it was a meme.
So what made that question like blow up?
Some famous
I
person
think-
asked it.
I think
Well, look at how it blew up with
Well,
our discussion.
there's also the big question that blew up too. It's like, would you rather trust your daughter stranded in the woods with a bear or with a random man that you don't know? And that question has been very popular because it's like, who would you rather trust your daughter with?
One could potentially eat your daughter.
One could potentially eat your daughter, but one could be a child.
Yeah, but like
Predator.
let's do the math.
Right.
And what are the odds that she's gonna survive a bear being with her? What are the odds she's gonna survive a random man being with her? Not every man is evil. There's always the risk, but what's the percent?
But you don't
chance?
know, right?
Yeah, but
Which
what's the
one would you
percent
say?
chance? What's the
What's the
percentage?
percentage?
And what's the
What's the
percent?
percentage?
What's the percent chance that the bear will even attack her?
The
Right?
bear's a man.
Yeah, but
What's
she's
the bear?
still stuck in the woods, right?
Yeah.
There's nobody there.
What's the
She's still
bear?
stranded.
What's the bear?
Just a regular bear.
If the
brown
guy's
bear.
actually a nice dude, then she gets protection and extra help.
It's just that's a question that got really popular.
Yeah, I know. Mathematically, she'd probably have a better chance with the random man, unless the man's a killer.
Because why would a random man be in the woods by himself?
Why would she be there on the
I
woods
would
by
say-
herself?
I would say that most men are not killers, so I would pick a man.
Yeah.
I mean,
See,
the man-
here's another guy's response. I think 100 N-words could be one gorilla. Everybody just gotta be dedicated to that shit.
Oh my god.
And then another guy said, I need you N-words to be serious.
Silly. Okay, we're back after a cookie break and
Not hard R
what
N-word.
do we call it? A
Oh.
hypothetical question
Bang.
IGGA.
where we talked about nothing for quite some time. Okay, let's see if we can motor this along a little bit to move, but not too long here because it's late and we took a while. So to help in terms of trying to understand the layout and stuff, because those maps are a little difficult, I'm going to go to a regular basic map, and I'm going to go back to the group that was the ASS group,
Nice.
who is coming in through what is considered a corridor here.
Yep.
And I'm going to take you down the steps to the corridor, okay?
Okay.
And show you where you're going along this corridor, which loops around and comes around, and then it opens into a bigger sort of area. Now, this is an actual damn DM map, so it has some numbers, but they don't mean anything to you.
It's
So there's an
zone
open
6.
area that you come to, and you guys can expand outward as a group. But further in, you can see the glowing lights. You can see that this is a cave. You can see that the cave is like 25 feet high, full of stalactites, stalagmites. You've got the visual from the video, all right, so that we saw, so you can understand that you're coming out into sort of an open gap area that's in the wall, the cave itself. All right, so you're in the cave, all right, whereas you had to come through that sort of area that was small enough for like one person to get through. Okay, you can come out now, and it's about, you can see it's two, you can get 2 people side by side into this area. So there's the 4 of you, right? So there's
Oh wait, did Mara show up?
Stark,
Grutz and W.
Grutz. Is Grutz a mouse or is Grutz big?
Grutz is a mouse.
I'm
now.
a mouse.
You're a mouse,
Yeah.
and somebody is carrying you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
W's carrying Grutz.
Okay, so it's W and Grutz as a mouse and Lazarus. So you guys come out and you can see in front of you is an opening and an open area.
I'm going to be.
And there's enough light. My problem is trying to keep it so that it's visually not... You can see that there's like columns of the cave in front of you. So that's kind of what you see here is a colonnade. And you can see these glowing lichen that are on the walls.
I'm gonna peek over, pressing my body against the wall
Okay?
on the path going downwards that way. In terms of the map.
This way?
Yeah.
Over here to the bottom left? Okay. So as you move yourself down this way,
I'm
you're
just
starting
gonna
to
creep
see,
over and peek into it. I'm not gonna enter.
so
it.
you're going to see over this way, you're going to see into another area where you can see some bones, and you can see what looks like an area to the side that has some bedding, like some furs on the ground and such, and you can see like carcasses, lots of bones and carcasses in this area, and you can see like even like a sort of a mat in this area. There's no beings or anything.
All right, what's the thing on the going down from there?
Going down, it just looks like a big open space that leads to another, what looks like another pathway for you to go down.
Okay. I'm now gonna go and take a peek on the other side.
Okay, so before you do that, let me do this. Let's put you on hold. Okay, let me make a change here. So we're gonna go to, I can think it's the mouth group,
Yeah.
right? It was ass and mouth, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the mouth group is coming, you're coming up this way. So it's basically, Reedy is up here now in this area. Again, a colonnade going up like this. And you've got, Esmeralda's gone. You're not quite sure where she is. And it's N walking up, and you created the illusion. Do you look like the woman that you saw? You vaguely look like her because you kind of got a quick.
Yeah, I'm
glimpse at
gonna
her. But you're in
cancel.
furs and stuff. Are you?
I'm gonna keep it just in case.
So do you look like that to everyone?
Yeah, I
Okay.
do.
All right. So you can move forward. You hear the spring over here to your right-hand side as you're coming up through this area, which has these columns of cave-like wall going up. And as there's a little bit of like a maze as you can go through. I don't know which way you guys want to go through. And Reedy, you're right here with N. You guys make the decision based on what you see in front of you.
Which would you rather go through?
I mean, you can come over here and you can see the spring, and as you look across the spring, you can see and recognize the stairs that you went through.
Yeah, I don't want to look in there.
No.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just trying to help you orientate yourself as to where you are.
I would say
So
let's
you can
keep
go left or right.
Yeah, we'll go left.
Let's keep to the left.
Okay.
I think left is the best. You want to know why? Everyone who writes these are most likely right-handed. So they think everyone else is going to go right to find the treasure.
That's sort of your theory. You have these
Yeah.
principles you guys run on that the lower you go, the worse it is.
Yeah.
And the lefter you go, the worse it is.
The left we go, the where's where the treasure, or
The
where the
treasure
thing is.
Okay, all right. So you're going to go over this way, and
Yeah.
over in this area, let me see, I made quick notes because they don't provide much info. Okay, as you start to come in and approach this area, you can see a figure in here, and you can also hear, because I didn't tell you ahead of time, you can hear some more snoring. So you've got some more, so you can tell you've got some more sleeping entities in there. But there is one individual shape that's in there that you can see that's hunched over and is like working with some of the pieces of bones and stuff, kind of tossing them around and looking through them and such. And the back is to you, and you can see long blonde hair going down, and you can see furs on this individual, and it looks feminine.
Everything we've seen was feminine except for one of them.
Yeah.
Two in the front were feminine, but
Yeah.
you were not
That means
sure
the
about
men
the other
went out to
shapes.
hunt.
Yeah.
And these other shapes that are laying there, they look big.
Okay. Do you want to just sneak by?
Let's go around.
Yeah.
Okay, so that she is back this way, and she's like throwing tossing stuff. You can see her her head kind of looks up, and she's kind of looking around like this. And you guys are going this way, or are you going up this way?
We're gonna go around that pillar on
This
the right.
pillar?
Yeah.
And are you going to go up this way, or are you going to go down this way?
Oh, is there another path?
There's a path that goes this way.
Were we given a description of
Let's
what
go
the-
up. You want to go
Yeah,
up?
we'll go up, but
We'll
we're
go
gonna
up.
keep to the right of that
Person
area,
looks
so
like?
we're kind of
Think
more
so.
into the dark. If that light is any indication of anything.
Okay, so if you're going to do that, I'm going to have you roll
Sneak.
a sneak. Yeah, because you're trying to sneak by.
I believe in you
this
too.
Figure too.
Did you pass? I know I didn't.
And I need you to roll. Here we go. Here's where it is, and it says stealth check. You need to roll at 15.
I rolled a 15. I got 13
Okay.
plus 2.
Sweet, I got a 10.
Good. Okay.
I'm carrying us
Okay.
on
And what I
this.
want you to do.
Don't roll very well. I'm
Is-
sorry.
So you're sticking
Can't
along
change
this
how I
side
roll.
of this
I can
this
fudge
this
them,
rock,
I guess.
right? So you move
I
up
can never
this
make
way
the,
and
that check.
let me just check. You guys are getting really, really lucky.
No, we're not.
It's 'cause
And
you
in
tried.
this
It's been
room,
pretty equal, actually.
and in this room is in this area is there's nothing in here.
Okay.
It's just an empty area with bones and stuff, and you can see that it kind of dead ends
To
here
the
as well.
right.
To the right then.
So you're gonna go this way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you come over this way, you can see a figure hanging over by the rocks over here.
What are they doing?
It looks roll a 20.
19.
You see this figure in a robe.
19 there.
And it's got purple hair, I believe,
Okay.
and it's got a very wrapped up arm. One of its arms is all wrapped.
Oh, I know where
And
this is
one of them,
going.
and it's barefoot.
The fuck is that? Why are you looking at me? What is it?
It's a
Lazarus.
person,
It's
Oh,
and it's
Lazarus.
looking through this way.
You look so disturbed by his description. Like, what the fuck was you kind of like?
And then you
That's
turn.
what he looks like.
Oh!
That's what he looked like. Then you turn to the left and you look, and you see this slimy-looking guy looking at you with what color hair is it again?
It's
Green-
brown hair with blue
hair,
eyes,
with blue
but he has
eyes.
whiskers.
Are they looking at
But
me?
he's all moist looking.
Why would you describe it this way? Why would you just say you see your friends? What the fuck?
Just wanted to pull your ass, pull your leg a little bit. So you see it, and he's holding a mouse, and the mouse is looking at you, it's going. "Rah, rah, rah."
We're gonna go up to the.
Ass.
Well, yeah, we're gonna go up to them
Okay.
quietly, very
All right. Okay.
quickly.
Say hello. You want to
Hey.
say hello?
Yeah.
How's it going? How was the
Hey.
how was the mouth?
Let's try and find a better way out. That's what I would say.
Well, we could probably use the way we got.
Yeah, I was
come
gonna
out
say
the ass.
this
I
way.
don't think we can throw
We can
another
come
rock.
out the ass.
Yeah. we-
Go when they hear me say it. Chibble, chibble, chibble. Because I'm a mouse.
Squeak, squeak, squeak,
Alright,
squeak,
yeah.
squeak, squeak.
Well, don't go that way.
There's a girl, a blonde
Yeah.
girl.
Do you? Do
Is it
we? By the way, do we even know what this queen looks like?
No,
No.
but I'm
Okay.
assuming she's
She'll have a
dressed.
fucking
she's
crown
in a
on her
cage.
head.
Nobody thought to ask that question.
What does she look like a werewolf?
Wait, wasn't
Nobody would have been able to tell you, of course, because you would have had to talk to the warlock.
Maybe she's that big
but
white
they-
one we
they
saw.
weren't there. We
Sarah,
never talked to
Yeah.
her.
you're the feminine
I'm
one.
gonna look up. Is Muriel here?
Is Esmeralda?
No, Muriel.
Muriel
where's
is
Muriel?
not there. Oh, Muriel is with you guys, yeah.
I'm gonna try Muriel. Did you ask them what the lady looked like?
No.
No. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm assuming she's chained up.
Yeah, I would assume she's a prisoner. She's chained up or in a cage. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a
I
little
was
more
just
obvious.
gonna say, yeah, she's supposed to be chained.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what happens if they have other prisoners chained up?
Well, then we probably
Talk to
use
them
them to help us get out.
Yeah.
Well, we came back this way.
So let's
so
go the
I
right.
say we go the other way, and it
Yeah.
looks like there's stairs going
There's
down.
some stairs, yes. And
Yeah.
the stairs are going down. They're leading
There
down.
are two stairs going
Yeah.
down.
There are
Probably.
two sets of stairs.
Going down to the
around
same place.
that you can go down to.
We'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go down the first set.
So you go down into those stairs. All right. All right. Let me
Wow, I have a feeling that going through the ass way would probably easier. But then again, I don't even know if that was the actual like ass way into it, or if it
Rough-hewn
sounded
stairs
that way.
lead down to a torchlit cave. It's not torchlit, it's lichen. From a small crack in the chamber ceiling, a shaft of moonlight illuminates a crude wooden statue, standing against the far wall, bearing the rough likeness of a wolf-headed woman, draped in garlands of vines and night flowers. She also has around her neck what looks like an amulet. Mounds of gold and silver and gemstones are piled high all around the base. Behind the statue, two maggot-ridden corpses hang from iron shackles, bolted to the wall. Gold coins have been driven into the empty sockets where their eyes would be. Two wooden cages flank the statue.
It's the cages.
Their lids held tight shut with heavy rocks. In the
We
left
did it.
side cage kneels a youth with sunken eyes and loose tattered clothing, a rotting human leg laid across the ground before his cage. In the right-sided
His
cage,
cage, not who we're looking for.
an amber-eyed woman wearing shredded clothes
Oh.
sits with her legs crossed, her shaggy rope-like strands of hair tied behind her back, a black bandana. So let me go to this very quickly. It'll only take a second. Doop doop doop. Doop doop doop. Where is it?
Man, if we rolled for average, I'd be bringing the average down.
This is what she looks like. Silver collars are around their necks, are chained to the wall behind them.
Does it prevent them from
Each
turning?
collar's band carved with patterns of wicked-looking thorns. Okay?
Roots?
Okay.
Or does it prevent them from turning into lycanthropes?
Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, is it like the work of druids that?
Who knows? Maybe there's a sorcerer amongst the werewolves.
So you
As I
come into
squeak.
this area, and here's the statue,
I'm
and
gonna-
here's the two corpses that are hanging behind it, and there's the
I'm gonna have
cages.
my imp stay in the ZB zone and like look out on the other way to see if anyone comes.
What is the ZD zone?
The Z6.
Z6.
So you're gonna stay outside.
Yeah,
and
it's
you're-
Yeah, he's gonna be our
It's gonna look
watchdog.
at both those
I got you. I'm
directions
sorry.
to see if anything comes.
I got you.
I'm gonna go up to the lady.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, "Are you the queen?"
She's going to look at you and hold on here. Let me get to.
It could be whatever you want me to be.
Also, what did those tanners look like? What
We're
color
looking
hair?
for someone named
She says, "You're looking for a queen."
Zulika.
She says, "Do I look like a queen to you?"
I
You are
don't know.
looking for who?
Well, we're looking for two people. One is Zulika,
Yes.
and one's the queen. We were told that a queen has
There's
been
no
shackled
queen.
here.
She laughs. But you are looking at Zelinka.
Oh, you're Zulinka. Your family, your parents are worried about you.
Yes. I haven't
They,
seen
Why are
them in a
you?
while. How
Why
do
are
you
you
know them?
trapped?
we're friends with them.
We're
They're
friends with them.
tanners and they're tanners in the
Yes.
town of
Velaki.
Velaki, yeah.
Yes. You're right.
We're here to
Yes.
get you out
Why
of
are
here.
you
Squeak,
imprisoned?
squeak.
Pardon?
Why are you imprisoned?
She says, make sure you keep your voices low.
We will. This is
Pack
all
is-
whispering.
Okay. She says the pack leaders have departed for the hunt, but there's others that still are leaking in the. How did you get in?
We snuck in.
It wasn't
How
easy.
did you sneak in?
There's two entrances. There's a back and
I
a front.
climbed up.
You stuck in both?
Yes,
Yeah.
I climbed up from the
You're very good.
the arena area.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You came down from the top.
Yeah.
It was nothing. It was
You
nothing.
came down
at
through the
all.
ass.
Yes, I came down through the ass.
That's very,
Ass first.
that's very good of you.
Ass
Always
up.
go ass
And you
first.
came through the front,
Yeah.
and you did not see. Hold on.
There were people sleeping and stuff.
I
but-
did see like a huge wolf twice the size of other people, and he was running. He ran
Carol.
out. Yeah, he ran out.
Yeah. You saw Carol. You want to know about the queen of? There is no queen.
But is there like any prominent
leader of the
female leader
Yes.
pack?
There's his mate.
Is his mate currently in captivity?
His mate is here.
Is she currently in captivity?
She's not captive. I am the only one captive. There is no such thing as a queen
What
of
were we lied
wolves.
to?
There is no such thing as a queen of wolves.
What the fuck are we here for then?
Well, we were here for two things.
Yeah.
I think you are here for me.
No, Muriel told us about what the warg told her about a queen.
Yeah, word queen.
She is. So she tells you, I'm Zelenka.
Zelenka might
There
not
is no
know.
queen of,
Seek
of a
guidance
wolf
from
pack.
wizard taken in by
Whoever
warg
told you
shall-
about a queen is mistaken. But I am the only one in
I'm gonna
change.
be staring at.
She might be lying.
Muriel.
Needed aid, queen is dying
Muriel's just
shackled.
like, okay.
How do we know she's actually Selenka?
Are you asking that question?
Yeah,
of her?
I'm
what's your
no,
parents-
I'm
what's your
fucking
parents'
squeaking at my
name?
mouse right now.
Oh, you're a mouse. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just
Yeah,
trying
it
to...
sees queen is dying, shackled above in the abbey.
So she looks
Like
at
I
you
said,
and she
how can you
says,
trust her?
Well, I'm not a queen, but do I look really good? And she's obviously...
Yes, you do.
She's all,
Yeah.
Well, no, she is.
What are you talking about? I saw the
Do you
picture.
know-
She's got a collar around her neck. She's
Well, you
Yeah.
need to be nice to a lady.
Do you know
You need to be
anything?
nice to a lady.
What do you mean?
He's
You can't just tell her
complimenting-
she looks like
complimenting
shit.
her.
Oh, okay, I see. No, I'm no
Do
queen.
you know the white
The-
wargs?
Do I know
The white warg?
the white wargs? We know of
Yes.
the wargs.
Okay.
Yes, the big white wargs.
Well,
They're legal.
first off, this isn't above the abbey. This is like a certain distance
Well,
away from
actually,
the abbey.
in my old notes, it said Carol's den is above the abbey and the werewolf den.
Oh.
It's approximately right.
Is there any
makes-
other captives here besides you? And I'm
No.
gonna look at the little kid.
Fedor is his name. No.
Well, what's he? Why are the two of you captive?
You move back. I wanted to give you the names of the. She said, "Let me just do that, just in case if it comes up." She tells you that the names of the two wolves at the front are Azianka and Devanka.
Azianka
Sounds
and
like
Ivanka.
wives of Trump.
Yeah.
She says, "You got past all of the wolves."
Pretty much.
I didn't have to go past any of them. Going
She
outside.
says, "I see your crude coverage. Very smart." She says, "You got past even the wolves.
Yes.
Amazing." She says, there is no such thing as a queen, but whoever told you about me, I am captive. My husband, my mate, is Emil, and he is no longer. This was once his pack, and is now no longer his pack.
What's the name of the werewolf guy we met in the swamp?
I don't know.
The guy that told us to come here, right?
No, he
The
didn't
guy
tell
that
us
told us to come here was a white warg.
She says,
Yeah,
"I'm not.
looking for
I'm
you.
not-
Why the
I'm
fuck
not a
did he
queen.
lie to us then?
I'm not a queen.
She might not
They
know
made a
better.
mistake.
Okay, yeah, she doesn't know.
They made a mistake. But
Okay, well-
Muriel's saying, I'm just telling you what they told me."
Okay, well, if there's no other prisoner but you and the kid over there,
We'll break you guys
we'll
out.
break you guys out, and then we can go out from the ass.
She says, I am Zelenka. I'm a prisoner of my own kin.
Aren't we all?
She says, I am the mate of Emil, who used to be the leader of this pack, but he has been usurped by Kirill.
Okay, so she
Hero
technically
is-
is the co-leader of the pack then.
Pardon?
She was the queen of the pack.
I was,
technically.
and now I am
Okay.
I am now
She
his
might be the
prisoner,
queen.
Okay.
as is Fedor here.
Okay.
She says, my husband and Kirill have fought, and they disagree with how the pack is the future of the pack. Kirill wants to. He goes out through the mists. We are allowed to go through the mists, and she says he has been raiding the towns outside of Barovia,
and taking their children, bringing them back. Normally, this is not what we would do. We would cultivate our own children, but Kiro wants to build up the pack very quickly. The reason, I don't know. Some pact with Strahd. Could be he wants to overrun the wargs. Emil, my mate, we want to do it more in a natural vein, and we want to maintain the size of our pack.
Is there a way to get the pack back to where it was? Like, would that involve removing Kiro?
Exactly.
But is there a way we can get to Kiro without his like horde of pack mates?
Can we challenge him?
The best way to do that, if you are sincere, is to help me with find my mate, Emil.
You know where Emil is?
He went to talk to Strahd.
Oh my god.
He went to Strahd to ask for him to help him to manage Kiro and explain to him that we do not. He had good faith and good reason. Strahd doesn't want the werewolves to take over either.
Yeah.
Kiro's plan, nobody knows. We think perhaps what he wants to do is overthrow Strahd. So Emil went to Strahd, and he has not returned.
Isn't that not the... Well, maybe Carol is working with Strahd to build an army of werewolves to attack the towns that...
No.
Yeah, but at the...
Are you talking to them as the mouse, or what?
Yeah,
No.
I'm fucking squeaking.
Strahd?
First
It
off,
says,
it's
I'm not
just-
your enemy.
first off, Strahd
Understand.
has
Yeah,
full
no, we
control
want
of the
to
town.
free-
He can,
Werewolves
like,
do
kill them
not-
if he wanted to.
It is.
Okay.
We, Emil and I adhere to the old traditional values of the werewolves.
Okay, well, let's get you out of here.
You can't.
Why can't we?
This around my neck.
Well,
I have
can't
dispel
you-
magic.
Not even dispel magic, but you have enlarge.
it
You
won't
can just,
work.
Dispel
it does not
magic
work
doesn't
against
work.
this. It does not.
Can you enlarge
Reduce her.
If I try to change or do anything, these daggers will go into my neck.
What happens if they make her smaller?
Yeah, why would we
Reduce
shrink
your
you?
size.
It will shrink with me.
Okay, then there you go.
They are magical.
How do
I
we-
believe they have been concocted by Baba Yaga.
How do we get you
I
out?
believe Kirill is in league with Baba Yaga. He has become a beast, a huge beast.
Is there like a key
It
or
was the
something?
only way he would be able to have defeated Emil in battle. We have a hierarchy. Emil was the leader. Kirill challenged him, which he can do. Emil beat Kirill the first time. Kirill, I believe, went to Baba Yaga. She gives him some sort of potions. Kirill comes back, changes. Now is huge.
Cheated.
Double his size.
It's all
Huge
the
and
way, the
strong.
way.
He defeats my husband.
You know what though? His penis is smaller.
So is there like a
Isn't
key?
Baba Yaga
That doesn't
working with
help me.
Strahd?
Yeah, Baba Yaga
It doesn't
is
help him in the
You came in through the roof.
Yeah,
You saw the arena.
yeah.
Emil, Kirill brings in children from the outside. He bites them, changes them to wolves. They fight each other. The ones that win, they live. The others, we eat.
Also, 50%
Is
mortality
there
rate.
is there a
More than that, he doesn't even keep all the winners.
is there a key that
It's
you
like a
can use to
crucible.
unbind you?
The key to these are around Kirill's neck.
So we're gonna have to kill him.
The way to displace Kirill and not fight the entire pack, you must return Emil. Emil must do the fight.
So
we gotta leave and go do
so
something
we gotta
else now.
leave here with you here,
Yes.
and then come back
Yes.
with a meal.
You've
Yes.
gotta be fucking.
Who's
got to go-
probably
you need
at
to go
the
say-
castle.
You need to go
Are,
find
are
Emil.
you sure dispel magic won't work here?
Yes. Says in, they already thought ahead of you.
Yeah.
It's
You'll
really
need to get-
obnoxious.
you'll
It's like
really-
when you do a fetch quest, you go all the
Here
way
she
to
says,
Dungeon,
if-
and then you're told you have to
if-
leave and come back.
If
Yes.
you are willing to do this, I can bargain with you.
Okay, what's the deal?
Okay.
Squeak, squeak,
What
squeak.
is it did you need?
Squeak,
What do you
squeak,
want?
squeak, squeak,
Well, we need
squeak,
allies.
squeak, squeak, squeak,
Allies for what?
squeak,
Against
Taking down
the
the Dark
devil.
Lord.
squeak,
You are fighting Strahd?
Yes.
squeak,
All the better. We are partners.
squeak.
There
Okay.
you go.
We
Yeah,
Here's the
will.
thing.
Do you know?
Here's what I can promise you. How about this? Strahd believes we are his minions. We do that as a pact with him.
If you bring Emil back and he fights and defeats Kirill, then I guarantee you I will talk to Emil, and we will not aid Strahd. We will hold back on our assistance to him when you go to fight him.
Okay.
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 That works for us.
Very
We'll.
good.
Okay,
So the last
he-
time you saw Emil, he was
Here's the
going
question.
to Strahd's castle.
He
Here's
was
the
going to Strahd. He went
Okay.
to the castle to talk to him
Okay.
and to convince him it is not in Strahd's best interest for this pack to grow.
Yeah, but
So
what,
Emil thought he would go along with that.
yeah, but if Baba Yaga is involved in all
We have no
this,
proof, but I believe
if she is, she's basically Strahd's
Strahd's a bitch.
handmaiden, so she must be. or,
Your mouse is squeaking.
I squeak a lot as I
A
squeak.
lot.
yeah.
Yes.
So basically, she works with Strahd, so clearly Strahd knows about this.
Could be. Could I don't know. We would have to ask
Well,
him.
that's
We
not
don't know.
necessarily true. She may just be saying, "Ah, fuck it, I'll give this guy some steroids because it's fun."
Yeah. Okay. Well, how the fuck are we gonna
The
find
question
Emil?
I'd have is, even if we do
We
find
need to
Emil,
go all the way to Strahd's castle.
here's my question: even if we do find Emil, how can we guarantee he'll win? He lost the last time.
Exactly.
How can he win this
But this
time?
We
time
get him
we'll
drugs.
But this time we will.
Are we gonna feed him drugs?
No. We will keep those away from Kirill.
I got way.
We will. You're a mouse.
We'll give him away.
I'm squeaking. I'm squeaking. I'm doing this. I'm doing this.
She says Emil will make sure the pack will make sure we will challenge Kirill and say you cannot take an advantage. You must fight one-on-one fairly.
Couldn't you just say?
That was not a fair fight. Nobody was prepared. Now we know we are prepared.
Okay.
And I believe
If
my husband
everybody
can
knows
be.
that this guy took some steroids before the fight, like, why do they follow him?
They're afraid of him. And who wants to back a loser? You back a winner, right?
But he
Well,
was once a
cheated,
loser.
And if everybody knows
What do they
it,
care? What do they care? They
Then what's going to stop him from
he's-
cheating again?
Yeah.
If
They
they
don't
don't
care
care.
as long as
Yeah.
he wins.
Then they don't care.
Well, we will.
Then why
Because
can't you
they
let
don't
Emil
have
cheat
anybody. Why are you arguing with me? Because they don't have Emil to stand up to him. They don't have their previous leader.
Yeah, but if he was there when he
Emil is
lost.
the selected leader from
Yeah,
Skins.
but they were with him when he first lost, right?
He didn't have a choice. They didn't have a choice.
What?
it's very poor logic. Let's
Yeah,
just
it's
skip
poor
it.
logic. Okay, I'm gonna skip it too. I can write holes in this.
Okay, we're gonna. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll help you. We'll go find Emil, I guess.
Wait, what about
Sweet,
the kid
sweet.
over there? Does he have a collar on him too?
I don't care about him.
He does.
He does as well.
I don't care about
So
him.
why is he collared? Is he your son?
He's the last child that was selected. You can talk to him.
I don't care
If
about
you
him.
want.
Alright, I'm gonna go with the kid. Hey kid, where are you from?
You didn't see
Wouldn't
me.
have talked to him.
So
wouldn't have
he
acknowledged
looks
it.
up at you and he says, 3 weeks ago I was I was at the Shrine of the White Sun in Sturban, which is in the next county over,
Yep.
and I was lighting candles at the shrine, and a woman came. She told me her name was Bianca,
Yep.
and she said she knew my father. She told
Bianca's
me
the lady that we saw at the fucking tower.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she's working with the werewolves.
she told me my father wasn't the man I thought he was. She told me he was a werewolf and that his curse lived in me too, and that if I stayed here, the people would find out and would kill me. So she told me I needed to come with her, so that I was actually
Bianca-
not a curse, but that she told me I could fight Strahd with it, and I could help to release this land from its plight. So I came, but it's a lie because she led me into a trap.
And then you got bit.
They brought me in. They bit me. Yes, the leader Kirill. He's the one who bit me. I thought I was going to die, but I didn't. And then the wound has festered, and now it's in me. I feel any time now that I will need to make a change. But that's why they have thrown this meat in front of me. They want me to start eating and to turn over to their ways. And I'm doing my best to hold out.
Squeak, squeak.
Squeak, squeak.
You were never here, is what I said.
If I do that, I will never be the same. So I'm
Anyone
doing my
have
best
any
to hold
food
out.
to give out to this kid?
We
So-
gave
I
our
thought
beef
if you feed
jerky
him-
to that old man out there.
I have worms.
The Grutz has food, but Grutz is a fucking mouse.
Esmeralda is going to come. She's done anyway, being invisible. Let me see if she was just trying to.
Whoa, Esmeralda, I didn't see you there.
Yeah. She says she gives some more beef jerky.
What the hell? You gave me a piece of rope last
She
time.
says I didn't want to. I knew I didn't want to bother. I'm just doing that to be nice right now. So.
I'm gonna stare at everyone. What the fuck are you guys eating?
Doesn't matter.
I have food,
Worms.
Just know we're going
I
on
have
the way
food.
you came in.
but you know what? I'm a mouse, and so my food went inside of
Yeah,
me.
we could feed her that mouse. We could feed him that mouse.
Oh, I got honey.
That's weird.
I'll give him some honey.
Okay, all right.
I have food, but I'm a mouse, so my shit turned
Isn't
into
the honey
me.
to fight ghosts?
So
Yeah,
I
but
can't
when
get
are we
food.
fighting ghosts?
Pretty soon.
He
I
says
don't know.
he says, if you don't think you can help us, please kill me. Just kill me.
I think we can help
We're
you.
gonna help you. We gotta go find.
Grutz
a
is gonna squeak. Why don't you bite your tongue off? That'll kill you.
That's a very mean thing to squeak.
No, that's how people kill
Yes,
themselves.
that's a very mean thing to squeak.
That's a
though.
very hard thing to do.
Do not squeak that to a child.
I'm gonna.
That's a wee. This is a wee little lad
Someone
that we're
end the
gonna save.
lad's suffering.
I'm gonna pull out.
No, we're gonna save him. We just gotta go find a
I-
You
meal.
know how to cure lycanthropy?
I don't know.
Zuleika says if Emil is in the castle, he's in the dungeon. He will be his prisoner.
Okay.
If he's not in the castle, he could put him anywhere.
I'm frustrated.
How do you cure
I realize,
lycanthropy?
she looks at you and she says, I realize what I'm asking you to do is it's impossible, it's up to you. But this is what I can offer you.
The only thing I could say is Emil
So I
is
do
probably
not
in
know
Castle
how long.
Ravenloft. Why else wouldn't he have returned?
Yeah.
He's probably got trapped in Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be
She
back.
says,
then.
here's how else I will help you. You, as a reward, you shall be granted something no outsider has ever touched: access to the hoard of Mother Night.
Nice.
If you agree to utter the oath of the new moon, I will lift the curse upon you.
Yeah.
She says, if you.
What curse?
She's pointing over to the wooden statue.
Oh god.
She says, those two hanging bodies, fools. They came in, they tried to rob from some gems from the hoard, and they came over, they were taken over by a curse. The curse will freeze you, and you will stand motionless.
Oh.
Kirill took them, he killed them, he hung their bodies up as a warning, and he put those...
Luckily
Why
nobody
does someone else
touched
have
touched
the
any
water
of
in the place?
money here.
So if you agree,
That's about
each
the
of you
water.
may claim one jewel without fear of damnation or death. You may also take that, and she's gesturing to the amulet hanging around the neck. The amulet of Mother Night. I know not its powers. None have ever to disturb. No one has ever disturbed it. But it was said by the old priests to hold strong magic, a fragment of the goddess's will. Even Kirill, for all his cruelty, leaves it untouched.
Okay.
Is that worth the oath? She says, you understand?
What
That
if-
means I will ask you to
We're in it
take
for the
the
long
oath
haul.
here in front of Mother Night, Mother Dark, and Wolfmother, and you will have until the next new moon to complete this. If you do not,
We'll become werewolves.
you will suffer curses.
To do the task.
So you're asking
A
us
deadline.
to do
She's giving
you
a deadline.
favor, and then you're gonna curse us if we don't commit it. That
This
sounds
is the oath.
that sounds like a really fucked up deal to people who are
I'm
actually
giving you
willing
the
to help
offer
you.
for the treasure.
Why don't
Oh,
you make
I
the
don't
offer?
need the I don't need the treasure.
Why don't you make the offer?
It's for the treasure.
that
We don't
one,
need the treasure.
no. Why don't you just give it to us once we complete it?
That's not really good
Right?
logic. That's
I can do that, I guess, if you want.
Yeah, if we complete it, just give us it. Because if we don't complete it,
I'm
you're
just reading the thing based on the
That doesn't make any sense why she would ask that if people were actually willing to help her. It's like, if you complete it, you can have it. If you don't complete it, obviously you're not going to
well.
come here and
So the
complete it.
point I have is she's basically saying
She
you
says,
can have it
I can
early.
release you. I am a cleric of the Mother Night.
She's basically saying she can
So
give us it
I can,
early.
I can use my action to release you from your oath or release any penalties you've suffered for failing to fulfill it.
Can you get rid of my bad snake?
But what it does is it's a sign of good faith on your part that you're going to try to complete this. Otherwise, I give you these gifts and you just leave.
Oh,
No,
we don't need it right
Or
now.
you could just give it to
Can you just
after
give
we
it to us
complete.
after we come back with him?
Because what that pledge is just a pledge of it's like taking a loan. We're taking the loan early,
Yes.
but we're going to take a penalty if we don't give back
Yes.
in time.
We don't need the
Why
loan.
don't we
this
just?
is to attempt?
Why don't we
This is an
withhold?
attempt to reach into you. You've overthought it, which is smart of you. But there are some in your group who seek fame, fortune.
The
that may
mouse,
not have
the
thought about
mouse,
this ahead of
the
time.
mouse
Would have
actually.
said yes, give it to me because there is an amulet.
You
there.
see the mouse starting to do this.
Yeah. And mouse
Alright,
shouldn't
so
be speaking.
how about
Squeak, squeak.
we hold off on the oath, and then after we come back with a meal, then you can give us the amulet without making us go through this oath.
And you'll make an oath to
The
us.
thing
and you'll-
is, the thing about the oath, the only thing is, the oath will make you want to do this quickly. I don't know how much longer I can stay here, and I do not know how
Yeah,
much
but what
longer
happened?
the meal will
But what
last.
happened if we try our best to go there as soon as possible to do it?
Well,
without
that's
the
up to
oath?
you, and
Because-
I can't make you take the
Because
oath.
if you fail,
What happens if Emil's
something
dead?
That's not
happens
our-
to
What happens if
Emil.
Emil's
point
dead?
arguing with me, because I'm a prisoner anyway.
If Emil's dead,
So
we're
I'm not
fucked
in a
anyway.
position to argue.
So why don't you just say, hey, if you do
You're
this,
running rings around somebody else's logic.
no, how,
So, okay.
how instead of making us do
Drag
an
your
oath,
card out. Are you
How-
But he's
listening?
saying we don't need to do the oath.
You don't
okay.
have to. You don't have to.
That's what he's been
I'm
saying.
saying to you that the reason the person who wrote this the way they did it is they're trying to give you a
Yeah,
sense
we can
of urgency.
we can get the reward after
pushing
we do
you
it.
to the next
okay,
thing.
but we can still get it after.
But
we
you
do
are
it.
naturally going to the next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying basically Drew's saying why not just take it? We're going to be doing it anyway.
I'm not going to because I know it's going to take us longer than a night to do it.
No. It's,
A new
it's
moon.
4 weeks.
It's 4 weeks.
You have
Oh.
to complete it within the next 4
It's
weeks.
the next new moon.
Okay,
She
that
wouldn't
makes
do
more
that to you.
sense.
She
was
said,
gonna
I didn't get
say,
to
okay.
read that part. She says, because people immediately started arguing with me, but she says the next full moon takes place on Neavar 14th, the 7th day after the last full moon, which means that you are going to have approximately 4 weeks to complete this, which you would want to do anyway.
Yeah.
Carol is, he's out
Yeah,
doing
Strahd
his
is
thing.
he's not gonna last long if he's in
Emil
Strahd's
is in
castle.
dungeon, who knows how much longer he will last, and I'm emaciating away here.
Yeah.
He put me into chains. I didn't even read how I did it, but after he defeated Emil and threw his body out, I was going to try to attack him, but he put me into this situation. He basically smacked me around, and then he put me in this silver thorn chain.
Well, at this point, technically Sarah got the last treasure, and I got the one before that. So if any of you two want the Night Mother's necklace, I would say it's in your prerogative.
Well, we have someone who can cast
But you'll also get to take a jewel.
what is
You
it?
will all
Jewels
receive
do?
a jewel. she said.
Is it magical jewels? I squeak.
It's
Can we
just
look at
money.
can we
I
look
mean,
at the
hey,
value?
now
Can we
you're
look
talking,
at
guys.
can we look at the value of each of the trolls?
She's gonna see a mouse stand on its hind legs and start doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
and squeaking.
That's the only reason that part is in here is to try to get you.
The amulet's interesting.
It's a way of directing
We'll just get
you.
the treasure after.
We'll get it after.
It's up to
Yeah.
you.
We'll get it after.
Like, that just makes
We
more
don't
sense.
need it.
The amulet could help you.
That's the only thing I'm thinking
Can you use
The amulet
can
might
you
be used
use,
against the lycanthropy.
Identify on the
of.
amulet.
Yeah, use identify the
Yeah.
amulet.
Well, use identify the amulet.
Yeah, cheat the system. Find out what it does before we make the
Can
oath.
you do that?
Yeah, you
You
can.
didn't say anything about
He
that.
can sure
You won't be
can.
touching it.
He won't be
They didn't
touching
figure
it.
out, fucking idiots.
He's just like,
He didn't do it.
we found the way around the system.
Loophole.
It's a
So as
magic.
you start to approach,
He's not touching it.
yes, he's going to tell you, do not touch any of the treasure, or do not do anything. Okay, so you're going to do an identify on it.
Sure, why
Is
not?
it, okay, so is that a spell or is that a ritual for you?
It's a ritual.
1
Okay.
minute.
It's a 1 minute ritual, so you have to incant and do all this shit. Okay, so you
I'm sure you can whisper while you do it.
your
Yeah, you can.
your identification figures out that this is an amulet of proof against detection.
Oh, I need it! Grutz needs it. Grutz has been touched so many times by evil things.
What does it do?
A5 protection for getting scribed.
It probably protects you from getting scried. Grutz has got to be put a hand up. I'm willing to make the trade as I squeak.
Willing to take the oath? Mouse is putting his hand.
Yeah, the mouse is
The
going to
mouse.
take the oath.
The
What's-
mouse is going to take the oath.
Are you ever going to change to Grutz?
I can't. I can't
You got
change.
polymorph.
I'm gonna pick up Grutz and I'm gonna fucking throw him on the floor.
Okay, I take a point of damage and I transform back into Grutz.
Is that how you do
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
All right, okay.
You have to kill.
I just slam it as hard as possible on the floor.
Okay, all right.
This might be worth it to get.
Yeah, for you, that's pretty good.
I've been touched so many times.
All right. I have 4 stanzas that I need you to read.
Okay.
Say, okay,
Why not? Fuck it.
let me just do them real fast
Okay.
because of the time.
Wait, hold up. Can I just say one thing? What happens if Emmanuel's dead?
If Emil is dead, you have to come back to her because she is a goddess of the moon of
Okay, so
the
we can
night.
give it back if we fail.
Yes.
She can.
You can give it back, and she will remove the curse.
Okay,
There you go.
so either I get him back or I bring the necklace back within 4 weeks. Okay. In game?
Which means she's got to be alive,
Oh.
and it means that you've got to be able to sneak back in and get it to her.
Okay, no, I can wait. He gets spy on him anyway, so one necklace isn't going to do us a whole lot of good. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with
What
wait.
was the necklace again?
Fucking no, I'll take it. I'll take it. Fuck it.
Proof against detection.
I'm gonna take it. I'll just take it.
Okay, your biggest fucking hole.
I'll take
and I
it.
put this in here myself as a gift to this
I'll take
group.
it. I'm taking
He's
it.
got a huge scrying problem.
I'm gonna take
Your
it.
group has
I'm
a
taking
huge
it.
problem,
I've been
right?
spied on this whole game
been
by
spied on.
hags, by him, by everyone.
take
That
it.
giant. You know that flesh golem?
Proof against.
Just
I'll
take
take it. I'm gonna take it. You know that flesh golem? I'm sure it's tracking me too because it touched me. I'm
Okay.
fairly certain it's tracking me.
You're being followed all over the place. My shadows veil in silvered light. I kneel beneath the starless night. Before the face of Mother Night, I bind my soul, my voice, my might. Should I betray what here is sworn, let curse and flag my flesh be torn. Let restless spirits claim my name and drown my soul in endless flame. The new
That's okay.
moon marks my solemn vow. Her darkness sees me here and now. What I declare beneath her gaze must stand unbroken all my days. So rise, O moon, in darkened sky, bear witness to my oath hereby. In shadows cradled, firm I stand, forever sworn at her command. Okay, so she recites that and you say that.
Yep. Sure. I'll do that.
You may now take the amulet. You may now take the gem.
Woo! I'll take it.
There's all colored gems. You tell me which one you take.
Detect magic.
Quickly,
There
figure out
are
which one.
clear, green, yellow,
Which
purple,
gem's the most valuable?
amber, blue, red.
Clear as diamond.
Clear as
Watch
diamond.
out.
Could be also be quartz.
Could be
Fucking
couple
worthless. Blue is probably sapphire or lapis lazuli.
Red is a ruby.
Red is a ruby.
Green is an emerald.
Yep.
Yellow is topaz.
Yep. Purple is
things. Obviously,
Amethyst.
the diamond is the most
Expensive.
expensive. Do you have any way of determining what a gem is?
Bite it.
no.
It's probably the diamond or the emerald is most valuable.
Yeah.
Well, it should be a diamond or a sapphire.
Oh.
I'll go for the blue
Ruby
one.
is sapphire.
I'll go for the blue one because it's probably the
It won't
sapphire.
be as much as a diamond, but
But how would I know? Okay, so what were the colors?
Do we have glass? If you scrape the diamond across glass, it'll scratch the glass.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to
you
scratch
can
diamond.
scratch just about anything with them. At a certain level, they won't scratch, but yes, a diamond would scratch something.
Get a flask.
A flask?
Yeah, bring a vial to grab
No,
it.
the diamond,
Do you have anything? Listen to what.
I have a vial.
She has a vial. I'll take her
Glass
vial. Yeah, I'll take her
vial.
glass
Yeah.
vial and start scratching it against stuff.
Okay, you do that until you find one that scratches the
Yep.
glass.
Yep. Take it.
You can take that.
Yep.
It's a nice circular, very very pretty, very faceted.
Yay.
But only you can do that unless anybody else wishes to take the.
Nope.
Hey, banker, little Mr. Man from the Monopoly game.
Yeah.
Do you want to take the oath?
No.
I don't see a second amulet.
Fuck that.
You can get a,
I'm gonna put the amulet on.
You can get a gem.
Gem's worthless.
I'm gonna put the amulet on.
All
I
right.
don't know gem.
All right. So, as you're doing that, and we're gonna do just because I know we're late. I just want to do a little cliffhanger here for you because I didn't quite get to the cliffhanger I wanted. As you're doing that, at the top of the stairs,
the blonde woman appears, and she's looking down at all of you, and she said,
I'm gonna look
She
at my
says-
imp and get my imp glare.
We saw her at the tower.
she's looking at you all, and she says, "You're here, my friends." She says, "How did you get in?"
It's Bianca.
She's looking at you. She says, "You know, he has a
Didn't I
very..."
toss a silver coin at her?
He
Not
says,
the asshole. Yeah, we did.
She
And
didn't catch it.
And did you know what she did? She dropped it.
She dropped it.
That's true, yeah.
He always has a very hot temper. It's far worse than it's been in a long time. He's so much stronger now than he has been before. And if he returns and finds you here, you have no idea what he's going to do. Zulenka looks over her and she says, Zulenka says to her, "No stomach for Kiro's hunts anymore, Bianca?" And Bianca says, "I don't need your insults, especially not from a dog in a cage." And Zulenka is looking at her and says, "I may be caged, but at least my spirit is free." Bianca is like snarling at her, and you can see she's starting to sort of like get angry, and she's growling. "I don't need your pity either," she says. And Zulenka says, "It's not pity, only the words of a friend." And Bianca is starting to growl at her. "I made my choice. He needs me." Zulenka is kind of grasping the bars. "He made his choice long ago. You can still find a different path." And Bianca says, "I gave up everything for him. Do you have any idea what I've sacrificed to be here?" She takes a chain from around her neck and she pulls it off. There's a
Cross with a little
like
guy.
a little rock. No. There's a little crystal hanging from the end of it, and she looks at all of you and she says, "When Kiro returns, he's going to skin you alive." She pops the crystal.
Damn.
Zulenka looks at you all and she says, "Run."
I'll start running.
Okay?
Yeah.
Damn.
Run.
What a bitch.
All right, so we'll stop it there.
You should never have trusted
I'm
her.
sorry I didn't get you here a little earlier. I really do apologize. You guys are all over me. So that's it. We'll pick up from here.
Oh, we still have a person this whole time. They said GG.
GG.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Bye.
Say hi.
Tales of Eresia.
Bye, Tales of
Still
Eresia.
Tales
Have a
of
nice
Eresia.
night.
Bye. Have a good
Yeah.
night.
I'm sorry.
I was really
We talked.
Oh my
debating.
god.
We should have talked more.
Yeah, holy crap. I should have gone.
No. Well, we appreciate
If they were
you.
interested.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here. That's for sure.
Have a great night.
My
You
goodness.
too.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Hopefully we didn't say anything nasty.
Oh, we did. We sure did. I mean, look, we're in a base. I just assumed the position.
Oh dear God. All right.
Well, nothing would have got me to accept the deal but the exact necklace that I wanted.
Boy, you got irritated. Everybody got irritated as soon as I said that. And it was like, "Oh no!" You got all irritated and mad.
For what?
No.
The Emilio
Yeah,
crap?
yeah.
Dude, fuck that. That's the biggest, like, yeah, go here. Yeah, actually, you gotta go all the way over here. Oh,
What do you mean? You were going there
It's
anyway.
the most annoying thing they do in video games.
I'm sorry. I did that to you.
It's just
I
such
actually,
ass.
lot of times people don't do this part. But-